moment of something.
No boogers.
Oh, boogers.
I like this one.
Boogers.
I like this one. It just takes too long.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great.
If that was faster.
That sounds like the guy from Billy Madison. Remember that? When Billy got up and talked, and then he goes, "We're all dumber just for hearing that."
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
I just wish it had a little
strawberry shortcake.
More.
So I have a question for you, Mike.
Watch out, because there might be an answer somewhere.
I'm sure there is.
So
if not, I'm sure there'll be about 15 tweets or freaking Facebook
wow
posts.
Yeah, that's possible.
Military officials are saying women should have to register for the draft.
I agree. What the hell?
I was going to ask what
you're
your
in
opinion
combat.
is.
You want to go? You graduate.
You want the
Ranger
same
school?
rights?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know it's not going to happen. You know why? Because I have been deployed where there are female soldiers, and let me tell you something. I helped do the training scenarios prior to deployment, and women are not going to be in the field for more than 3 days. Personal hygiene. Men, let me tell you something. In freaking 1984, it was after jump school, so 1984, I spent 49 days in the field without a shower. When the major came,
can I ask you a serious question?
Yes, sir.
At what point do you decide you need to start taking one again?
Well, there wasn't showers available.
I'm talking about right now.
Oh, well, I got to break that record.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
I couldn't figure it out.
So, and the major that came and picked us up, he's driving us back. You know, he's got a driver. He's driving a truck. He stops the truck in a creek over by Fort Benning. He gets out, and we're like, "What's up, sir?" He goes, "Get your asses out of my truck and get in that freaking creek." Literally made us go roll around in the creek. We smelled so bad. Okay, so here guys can do that crap, but women can't go more than 3 days without showers and all that other stuff.
And that's one of the...
Oh, I think that's going to be a big-ass deal. The women that went through Ranger School, more power to them. I mean, God love them.
Don't you train in that about not taking more showers? Like... Not train.
Scotty, help.
No, I don't mean train, but like when you're going through Ranger school.
There is no help.
Hey, shut up. When you're going through Ranger school,
right?
Isn't that something that you guys go out in the field for a certain amount of days,
right,
or whatever,
right?
So,
but it's a training scenario, so which means yes, they do go out and they do live out in the woods, but for the most part, not for more than a couple of days before they're back in garrison, where they clean their gear, recovery, and take showers and eat real hot food.
So what makes it 3 days for women?
I have no idea.
Well,
you tell me.
So I'm happy for 7.
Yeah.
Is that like a rule in the military? They can't go? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what my question was.
And I don't know if that's an actual military regulation. It might just be a division or a brigade or battalion type rule. But here's the deal.
Okay, if they want the same rights as guys, then
yeah. In combat situation, I can tell you right now. You know, Barry Smallwood that was here with me, and then you've got a couple other guys. We did a mission that was about 7 or 8 days long in Afghanistan. I never took off my boots. I never unlaced my boots for 7 freaking days.
You know what that does to your feet, dude?
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I walk crazy now. Look, you undo your body armor and you take a dump or you take a leak.
Yeah.
Then,
Let's just.
Then you go like this, put it back on. Now, do you think? Now, I'm just asking, and I'm not saying you two, but if there's any women out there, anything else like that, is that what you want? I mean, do you want to put yourself through that? But absolutely, I think they should have to register for the draft. I think, and I know what's going to come out of it. The Democrats are going to sit there and say, "Oh my God, here's another list that we're putting people's names on. The government, we have to have it so that we can get votes." So,
well, I'm kind of like the way that this guy said it. He said, "It's only fair. You want equality, I give it to you. I really hope this goes through. Women equality always comes down to some sort of feel-good presentation, but no one ever wants to follow through. It's an issue of rights, the right to fill any combat role, and the responsibility to serve your nation if called upon. The two go hand in hand. If women or any group that feels they are being discriminated against wants equal rights, they must be prepared to accept equal responsibilities."
Amen. That's great. Now let me ask you all a question, Steph. D.
Sorry, I'm burping.
Duh. Cool.
Sorry.
You guys want to go active duty?
No.
You guys want to go to? You want to deploy?
Can I ask you something, fool? We can't get them active right now. Have you seen these two on a treadmill?
No.
Hey, you haven't invited me yet.
I don't have a membership. Those jackasses screwed me on my membership.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh God, here we go.
So let's
Mike
go to
just
commercial at 7:53. What?
Mike just pulls numbers out of what numbers did I say? What the 3 days?
About the showering, I guess.
Okay. Well, let me look it up so I can, everything that's said.
are. We're reporting, so you have to have factual information.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was 3 days. So
Just messing.
All right, this next song goes out to military Mike and his dating life. We'll be right back, everybody.
Lord.
It's a good song. It's David Lee Roth. I'm just a gigolo. Everywhere I go. Yeah, we're at 4% on battery now. Just because I shut down everything that was in the background. Or at least I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. Alex was asking how come you knew so much about the house. I said he went over there and staked it out.
And what's so funny is there was a cop down the road, and we don't really know why, but he was up on she was up on somebody's carport. And I was so Steph said something about, so you over there staking it out? I said, yeah, I just watched a drug deal get busted. And she was like, what? And I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Like 6 houses away, there's a drug deal getting busted.
Well, I was telling that one house she was looking at, I kept telling her it was haunted and all. And for like
Oh my
3
God.
days, she was texting me, where'd you read this? Who told you that?
So look, when you go up the hill, and as soon as you top the hill, you're waiting because the right's right there.
Mhm.
You top the hill, it's like 2 houses, and you have to do that sharp right. Well, right as you're starting up the hill, take a left and then an immediate left. Have you ever been to Waterhead's house?
Yeah.
It's like going to Waterhead's house where you take a left and then take another left, and you're on parallel streets. That's how my brother's house was. So when you turn on, did you say it's Ralph Road?
Yeah.
Turn on Ralph Road and you go through the curves, and then when you start up the hill to where you think you're fixing to turn right, there's an immediate left and then his first left. So, I mean, they lived there for years.
Gum tree.
She's doing the report. You see all the people in the background. They're like,
Yeah.
Throwing up gang symbols or something.
No, just trying to get on camera.
Oh.
What they say about me? Just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. Cause I turned the big mic on. So sad and lonely.
Nobody.
How bad does that sound? I turned on the big mic.
Nobody.
You ready? Yeah, we go. Here it goes. I ain't got nobody. Woo! Oh yeah, the big mic with the big mics on, you can hear it. It's got a little tinny sound, but you can hear everything in the room. Everybody on video, good morning.
We need to be standing up and doing the, what is that, the Rockettes that
Yeah.
that kick their legs.
Bozy, bot, city bar. Here it goes. Ain't got nobody. Nobody. Stephanie's about to hurl.
You
Wait,
did
is
that
that-
just as I take a.
Is that the Pee Wee?
Yeah.
I can't remember the
The
Pee
big
Wee.
shoe dance.
Oh, is it this? Oh man, I need to load the Pee Wee. On the next break, we're gonna load the Pee Wee dance.
keep singing. I can hear you all the way outside.
Oh, everybody else could hear us too because I got the big mic turned on.
I'm trying to record you.
It's too late. It's already recorded. I was just in here trying to do the Pee Wee.
Actually, no, I'm not. I didn't hit record.
All right, so field manual 21-10, field hygiene and sanitation.
Hold on.
Says,
Why don't you wait till we go back?
I'm just letting y'all know. It's
I ain't got
Those
nobody.
standards can be by Brigade Level Command. So Alex can go get Ben.
Okay, well, and I've got something to talk about when we get, or a comment to
Hey,
that.
don't you hear me singing? Shut up. God.
Damn it!
You don't need to tell us that you have something to say when we go back live.
I'm about to
just-
say something to
Just
you.
when we go back live, just tell us.
I'm about to say something to you.
You don't have to shout at me. Plus, you're interrupting the song for Mike.
Yeah, bitch.
Don't say that word. That is so offensive.
No.
Slut is so much nicer. Don't throw nothing. And listen, we got to give props to your husband, by the way.
Yeah, for
'Cause
marrying you.
No, he puts up with a lot. He really lets us clown on you and have a
Yeah.
good time, and he doesn't take it personal.
Not at all. I don't really think he likes you.
I had a friend be like, "How do you?" She watched some of the videos,
Yeah.
and she was like, "How do you do that?" And I was like, "It's a show."
It's comedy,
I was like,
jackass.
Scotty would give you the shirt off his back if he could,
Right.
and I was like, "It's a show. We make fun of each other."
We need to go back live with that because Crystal had even said, you know, it's a good thing David doesn't like get offended when you make sex
Is he
jokes. I said, but the funny thing is everything ends with my husband, you know, because she'll realize she says something and then she's like, oh my God, but that's with my husband, nobody else. So that's where it's funny. I said, we always end with her husband. It's not like we're insinuating.
Oh, I always end with my husband too.
See, good job. So does that mean that you hold back on all the other guys?
No, I just get up and leave.
Cool, you busy there?
Wow.
So instead of the joke, are you going to take a shower before you leave? She just says, hey,
I'm leaving.
I'll take
I'm
when I get
leaving.
home.
all right, I'm turning the big mic off. All right, you just for funners. And anybody on video, let me know how horrible that other microphone sounds. But I wanted to be able to give y'all some background sounds because I think it's tacky that when we go to break, you guys don't get a whole lot of show.
Oh, you
All
got
right,
a show
and
during
we're
that
back.
break.
We're back. Yeah, anybody that was watching video, you got to see. You know, we try to. I hooked up a microphone to kind of allow us to have a little more background sound. Because when we go to break, you know, you guys on videos just get stuck with not seeing a whole lot of action. Like usually, if it's one or two of us, somebody goes to smoke and somebody goes to pee, and then you got Steph just sitting there twiddling her thumbs. And trust me, watching a midget trying to twiddle their thumbs is pretty impressive.
Yeah, because my thumbs are as big as my big toes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an
Anybody ever seen Fred Flintstone's feet? That's her hands. And just as hairy.
Oh, great.
No, I nair them.
What is that?
It's a text to you.
Uh-oh.
As I just got it.
Okay, so I got, if you went camping, how many days do you think you could go without showering? You know, after a few days, women are apt to UTIs. And Mike is right about the 3 days because of the UTIs in women.
Right. And I'd looked it up in the field manual. So basically what I'm going for here is because there is a certain group of people, we'll just call them anal trolls, that love to comment on everything that I post. So,
Dude, why you got to call me anal?
Mm.
It was just that one time that I needed gas money.
Oh,
Come on, Steph.
I
You
was,
know that
I was
was
like
good.
wondering, where the hell is this going? Wow. It was college, just experimenting.
Well, it was that trip to Tijuana that went bad.
it was last week. Shut up.
All
And
right.
I didn't know they were going to bring a damn mule out there.
Now,
I
here's
kept looking at this dude calling him Coke can, and I couldn't figure out what the joke behind the word Coke can was till I saw it.
It's 8:02. Stop.
Saved by 2 minutes.
Nah.
Now, but
His cousin was 1 liter, but I didn't know where we were going with that
Oh
one.
my gosh.
for the
That was the 6-pack.
All right, go for it, Mike. We're going to shut up in a second.
should I call them
Hold on.
butt trolls or
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Is it going to open?
The sound effect.
Lean it away from your computer just to be safe. No, pull the mic over, but get away from your computer in case
God.
it spews. Go closer.
do you
Get
not?
closer. Closer.
Don't get none on
closer.
you.
Shake it a little bit.
Unless, of course, that's what you like.
Shh.
What?
Totally missed the sound effect.
No. Okay. That was
Did
great.
you hear the?
I told you to shake it a little bit.
No.
shake
Shake it.
I just
Shake
needed
it
you to
like
back
a
away from your
Polaroid bitch.
computer when you do that.
My pooter.
Oh my God.
My pewter.
Okay, Mike, whatever you were attempting to say, now might be the time.
No, because
The searching for information,
surfing for intelligent life.
scanning for a brain, we find none.
Denise brings up her computer, and suddenly I've got to read Field Manual 21-10, Field Hygiene and Sanitation. Basically,
You
it
see how well
says
she does?
strawberry shortcake.
Girl.
It's all because it's because there's. Listen. I want y'all to know this is the app. Now, Stephanie,
Well, I gotta wait for that one to finish.
and the reason that it sounds so much the same is the DNA is very close. That might explain the height. I don't know.
Oh wow! That or the ability to hang on limbs.
I know she was scratching and sniffing earlier.
Well, it explains the weird looking fingers and toes and hair on both.
Yeah.
Defects.
Freaking X-Files.
Hey, that's come back on, by the way.
I know.
Now, why are you trying to read a field manual?
Well, because I got called out on how Mike just makes up numbers. So just to prove I'm not.
Why
making
do you feel the need to prove?
Well, because this whatchamacallit, I don't want to call him an anal troll
No, but
after
you do-
2
but
or
you-
after 8.
But you do know this, right? Not that I'm delegating this person's a vamp, but I will explain vamps in general. Vamps will take a needle and pop your balloon to get a reaction.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So half of the game between you two is getting reactions on the other. So if you don't feed into it,
but the thing about it is what I think is funny.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
just for fun.
Hey, no, he just like everything else he does, he yanked that number straight out of his ass. And now he's going to try and defend that number with some obscure U.S. Army bullshit, like the U.S. Army.
We're just dying laughing that you called that quick.
Here's what I said.
Hey, and anybody listening, let us know how good the phone call sounds, by the way. I'm tweaking some stuff. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because the voice is pretty stupid.
Here's what I said. A simple Google search of foreign militaries, Google women in combat, will shoot him down in 2 seconds flat.
Look up U.S. because you're the only one carrying a green card. Listen to me. You're the only immigrant from another country. The rest of us were born here. Wanker.
I'm going to look.
Listen,
when
look
you're
up
talking about women
Army,
in combat.
U.S. Army regulations. That's what I was talking about. My experience.
Mike,
Not you, not coming through Ellis Island, not your parents selling monkeys on the side. Listen to me.
Mike,
I'm talking about the
when you
U.S.
make-
Army Field Manual 21-10. Talks about
Mike, you're an
field
idiot.
sanitation.
Mike, you're an
Read
idiot.
it.
That's funny.
Read it. I don't care about foreign. I said in the
Okay,
Army.
and tonight on
In the Army.
twat, the world according
Tonight,
to
And
Mike.
when I said the Army, I meant the U.S. Army.
Is
Okay.
that like the
So
in
tonight
the Navy?
on the world according to
what?
Mike, Alex, are you coming in to help him tonight, or are you busy tonight?
I don't know.
This would be good for you two to hash it out tonight on the
Probably.
show
If
and
you
let
would
people.
If you would shut the f- up for a second.
with his little group of communists, it doesn't. If you show them, they'll just. It's just like his friend yesterday goes, "Oh, Mike came up with that from an article out of the Federalist Papers," and then it's like, okay, well, what the hell do you read, and why is it that what you read is accurate and what I read isn't? And so
I
it
don't
doesn't.
know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Steven posting about the Common Core stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
I
maybe
can
it doesn't
see
have anything to do with you. Can you imagine a conversation doesn't have anything to do with you? I mean,
that. Well, then why are you dragging me into it, you idiot?
I'm not. I'm,
See, this is
I'm
the
doing
thing.
a radio
See,
show.
See, Mike, this is the thing. You pull facts out of your fat ass without thinking. Your statement was women cannot stay in the field for more than 3 days. Well, women covers all women everywhere, Michael, not just U.S. women. Apparently, foreign women are a
was
lot
talking about being
tougher than the
deployed.
women in the U.S. Army.
Wasn't I talking about being deployed?
Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. On to the next subject, sir.
Jesus.
Thanks for calling in. And listen,
No,
tonight,
not really.
Tonight on The World According to Mike, these two will finish hashing
And
it
here,
out.
I'll send you a picture of my buddy with a revolver on his right hip, you wanker.
Don't take it so
Oh.
testy.
But Mike, your buddy is not Lavoy Finicum. Your statement was Lavoy Finicum wears a revolver on his right hip. He doesn't. He wears a damn shoulder holster that put the gun right where he was reaching.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you a picture of him with a Western rig with a revolver on his hip. I'm sure it's not accurate and it's been photoshopped or whatever the conspiracy is.
Your buddy. Yeah, that will prove a lot.
I hope you have a good
Anyway.
day, Alex.
Even
Thanks.
if
Not
I send a
anymore.
picture,
We'll see you here later.
Bye.
Bye, Alex.
even if I send him a picture with the revolver on the guy's hip, he's going to say no.
Train wreck happening, car wreck happening. Everybody, please look to the left.
Alex should be a permanent fixture on Mike's show. That's what we just got.
Back to class, kids. Back to class. So, what else do we have this morning besides two grown men having a ball measurement?
I know, right?
Who can pee further?
Well,
Oh, wow, got quiet.
You think?
La-di-da-da.
So, Steph, anything as you're playing on your phone over there?
Sorry, I was answering a text.
I know that's the point. What you got?
Just
yeah.
Just for friggin' fun.
Hey, Mike.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
not much. Who's this?
This is Steven, your friendly communist friend.
Hey,
my
what's
God.
up?
We got commies calling in. What the hell? Oh, this is the guy you just make fun of. That's Alex's
That's
friend.
right. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this
you
is
mean
the guy
communist in a
fun of.
joking sort of way?
Yes, that
Exactly,
apparently
yeah.
it's not being taken that way. But
So
yeah.
what's happening, Steven?
Oh, nothing much. I just love to follow Mike around and tell him when he's wrong.
I know. It's like a following.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
That's what I'm going to call them.
I almost choked on my coffee.
I'm going to call them the ATs, the anal trolls. Everything
What
I
is
post.
this?
I'm
Pick
your
on
first
Mike morning?
fan.
No, but
No,
hold
no,
on, hold on. But wait,
Always
everybody,
on Mike morning.
Mike wanted the character of Military Mike to have his own show for this very reason. So this
Absolutely.
right here, everybody, is all about what's leading up for tonight.
The world,
Yeah,
according to
exactly.
Mike.
And all I ask is that I don't get characterized as a troll. I think what I raise is fair, and I challenged Mike to a debate on any topic on his show through Alex that he promptly declined.
And
that's
and
the
what
thing.
you're saying is exactly what Mike came at me with and said, listen, this is what I want to do for a show. So
Yeah.
everything that he's doing is actually working along with what he wanted. No, nobody thinks of you as a troll. That's just Mike trying to taunt you to make you.
No, I do. I think of you
That's
as a
just
troll.
trying to
Oh,
make.
yeah,
That's just
definitely.
Mike trying to make you call in.
I can post that it's 70 degrees outside right now, and you will post, no, it's not, it's 68.2.
Yeah, but if
Well,
it
I mean,
was
there's
really,
something to be said for being factual. But
That's right.
anyway, that's not the point. And the Common Core thing. I wish everybody would go look at that thread. Mike handing out points to people who have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
It's really funny.
actually, I have
Mike's
a-
making good points.
yeah, I have a lot of followers
No.
other than
Mike,
new trolls.
Mike won't reply to my post. He won't reply because he knows what will happen.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what will happen?
What will happen is you will get publicly outed as being completely wrong, but you'll never admit it.
Unlike you and the rest of the butt trolls.
oh,
have no
come
idea
on.
what
They're
that
great listeners.
Let's go. Anyway,
I'm
yeah,
forwarded
I'm your
something
first
and-
fan. I'm
Okay.
your first fan, Mike. I deserve a little respect here. Jeez.
Well, as a communist, I respect you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
You have
welcome.
a merch store or something? I can go get a few T-shirts.
Oh, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, the world
Military
according to
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
I just got from a listener. Alex and Mike need to pull their prospective groupies and have a
Exactly.
lakeside battle royale.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, man, I'm all about it. All about it.
Cool.
Okay, Mike. Well, I will see you on a Facebook post very soon, I'm sure.
Hey, thanks for
Have a
listening
great
in, and
one.
thanks for calling in. And definitely call tonight and just give them hell.
Absolutely.
Always.
I'll
Always.
give you something inaccurate to comment about.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks
No
for
problem.
calling in,
Have fun,
Steve.
guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's funny. The page is getting lit. And listen, I just shared something, Mike. If you want to go read, where a listener shared something to me, and I just posted it in our little page, and it says, "Call sounds fine." And without women in the field for more than 3 days, our country kicked England's ace, and all other countries as well. LOL. I got you back on this one, Mike.
Well, I apologize if people misunderstand and thought that I was talking about women, the whole planet, that gender.
Well, everybody has to know it's just a show. When we were on break, me and Denise were kind of carrying on a little bit of a topic that we were going to carry over into this part of the show. I had said that, her husband really rolls good with the punches around here because even though he's not on the show, he's always part of the show because he gets spoke about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife had just brought up, that Denise is getting really good at rolling with the punches. She realizes it's just a show. It's just comedy, people.
Yes.
So explain what you had said while we were on break.
I had said I had a friend that went back and watched some of the YouTube videos, and she texted me. She was like, do you enjoy doing that? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's a couple hours a day that I just don't have to give a crap about anything and just have fun. And she was like, well, they make fun of you an awful lot. And I was like, it's a show.
We make fun of
each
other.
Yes.
I mean,
it's not like they just sit here and hound me the whole time. Like,
yeah. How many times has somebody just walked up to me and go, hey man, how's the poop going?
Yeah, that and we have a whole topic or a whole side topic or a subcategory called "Shut Up, Mike."
Yeah,
and Steph,
and we talk about her hairy toes all the time.
Yeah, we don't
my T-Rex arms.
Yeah, we don't stand at Walmart and talk about her feet on her feet unless she's reaching for a bottle
because she's Walmart famous and we can't get in any. We can't get in.
Oh yeah,
Edgewise.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
I have a story I have to say about the Walmart famous.
I'm trying to get Steph. So Steph comes in this morning. I go, listen, man. I need you Saturday to go down there to the pig show. And Steph just looks at me and I went, I'm not joking. The FAA, the Future Farmers of America.
She said,
FFA.
She said, I'm going to Mardi Gras.
Whatever, FA.
It was like
but they're doing a pig contest, a pig show. And what they're doing is the Future Farmers of America are, raising pigs, and they're going for the people who have the largest and the prettiest or whatever, however it works. But there's a pig show Saturday.
I knew this was going to go to a fat joke.
Whatever categories you're talking about, I don't think they're accurate.
Just for Fun Radio
factual.
Is supplying the PA system for these great kids and these great parents and these great teachers they're involved with this, and it's for Newton County's Career Academy. There's a big barn that's located behind Newton High School, behind the Career Academy part. Anybody wants to go down there Saturday, you just follow the little road that goes around back. There's a cul-de-sac, plenty of parking, and it's a really cool idea. It's helping the kids. I wanted Stephanie to go to it, and I tried to be serious. I was like, Steph, I'm not joking. I'm not making reference. I said, but the redneck, the character, the redneck, for Just for Fun Radio,
who plays in the mud all the time.
It's a Future Farmers of America.
She does it to herself on the show.
That's right.
We don't have to do anything. She does it to herself.
How about earlier? She said you got to go around the stump.
It's a friggin' pig contest. I'm like, Stephanie, you need to be there as Redneck Steph. And then Mike, I said, Just for Fun needs to be there to represent. And Mike's like, what does this got to do with my dating? I'm like, nobody said anything about your dating. What the hell are you talking about?
9 times out of 10. Well, no, I'd say 7 times out of 10. We're picking on ourselves.
Okay, yeah. 10 times out of 10, I get turned down.
I know.
I thought that's what you were about to say. I thought you were about 9 times out of 10, Mike. They call you and freaking cancel on you.
No, but I'm saying like we make fun of each other, but 7 times out of 10, like 70% of the time. There you go for the math majors.
Ooh, see that? That's Common Core right there.
No, that's math major. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I mean, no, because like most of the time we're making fun of ourselves.
Okay, but I have to ask this: when you said 7 out of 10 times, now what would be your reference there? I'm gonna need to fact check that if I could.
Okay, Alex.
Google. Just say Google.
You're gonna need to. Wait. Did you say you're gonna need to fact
Wikipedia?
check it?
Hey, Wikipedia.
No, we can't use Wikipedia as a reference. I'm sorry. Google can't use it. Webster's Dictionary, Army regulations. You're not allowed to use those things. We can only use things that have been approved by
the Onion.
Yes.
There you go. There we go. So is that good? Yeah. Is that good?
Everything's been photoshopped, and they never landed on the moon.
And besides all that, we pick at each other out of love. I mean, we're
the only
like
thing I
family.
don't pick for you is your boogers and your dingleberries.
No, but
Oh
you
my
pick yours and
God.
rub them on me.
Which one? The
Oh,
The
boogers or the
dingleberries.
dingleberries?
The
I just threw
snot.
up in my
I don't know. He
mouth.
comes out of the bathroom and wipes his hand all over stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there
Every
wasn't. There
time.
wasn't a towel.
I just threw up in my mouth.
And I was listening to Taylor Swift "Shake It Off."
Oh, cool.
Oh my God.
She's going to be on the show tonight, buddy.
And the proper
Yeah,
name
Jennifer
is
Aniston.
swine, not pig.
Swine.
Swine contest.
If I said anything close to the word wine, Denise would be there.
Did it have no? No, it's like if you said sphere, it would be a beer.
See? Look at her eyes light up. They turned to like the size of a damn quarter. Did you say beer? No, I said no. And I didn't say wine. I said swine.
We need
She
to go
said-
to a swine tasting.
Do you know
No,
what?
we need to go to a sphere.
Do you know what swine would be to her? That would be combining the word swallow the
No,
wine.
no, it's strawberry wine.
See?
Hey, strawberry.
Hey.
Shall we
Strawberry
shortcake?
You people suck.
We didn't even look at each other.
All right, everybody. If the show wasn't stupid enough, we'll just keep going.
Oh, yeah. WADD in Atlanta.
Well, you know, we used to go by. All right, everybody, hold tight. It's 8:18, and I've got all these commercials that I've had to pull off the station so that I don't say it again. Here, let me just play it, and then that way nobody can be mad at me for saying that I just said it.
But as he's
Steph, you remember what I'm fixing to play?
yes, as he's queuing this up, though, keep in mind also we were at a event, and it was at Harley, as a matter of fact.
Oh no, not just at Harley. Do you not remember when it was at the Square at Bike Fest?
Oh yes,
We were in front of the courthouse with the speakers, and I was over at Scoops.
Yes,
Skeeps. Or it
yes.
skeeps.
And this
I like it.
played as loud as
Ever.
ever.
All right,
yes,
watch
and
this,
just
everybody.
echoed-
Watch.
Watch or listen.
Watch, just watch.
You are listening to WFCK Radio, where the only thing missing is you.
Somebody stop me. So that used to be an ID. How about this one?
Oh, yeah. You like that?
Oh, yeah.
This is the
You're
one that-
listening to WFCK Radio,
Oh, wow.
where the only thing missing is you.
Oh,
So
Look,
can you?
Scotty's over there like
so-
mouthing
so
along
can
with
you-
it.
can
and
you-
trying to do it in the sexy
Yeah.
voice.
Can you visualize what it was like to
hear that through the
get
square.
in trouble with that? Oh my
'Cause
God.
that was the one that it just
Because
echoed.
used to, it was like, you're listening to WFCK Radio, where the only thing missing is you. And yeah, I'll come running across that.
Yes.
Like you were walking on water, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On sunshine.
I look like Jesus with a big John Deere mower. I was boogieing across that grass.
Speaking of, before I go, I need to do some Mexican words of the day.
You can tell that as I was talking, Denise's brain was already saying the next 5 words. Her mouth just hadn't opened yet because she didn't listen to anything I said.
Yeah, but it
Huh?
it wasn't as bad as when the Kill Bill song came on and we were doing the car show
Oh my
at
God.
the school and we had all stepped away from the board for a moment to go look at a car that had just pulled in, and it just so happens as soon as all of us get over there, it starts hollering, F this, get down, all you mother
Well, it's from the
effers,"
beginning.
and-
Okay, it's not from Kill Bill, by the way.
Oh,
But
Pulp Fiction.
it's
Sorry.
from Pulp Fiction. If anybody remembers the movie Pulp Fiction, where the girl gets on the table at the Pancake Shack and decides that she's going to rob the place.
Mhm.
Yeah, so as we're playing what I thought was just going to be a song at the beginning of this old Motown song, all we hear is very loud echo.
Yes.
All right, all you mother, get on the ground. All right, everybody will get killed.
Yep.
And every substitute word I had either had MF or just the F in it. And I mean, it's screaming it. And yeah, we didn't get invited back.
Nope. We sure didn't.
That was totally an accident.
Yes.
Totally an accident. Who knew that was going to happen?
And what was so
I've deleted the song now because I can't take a chance of it ever playing again.
and what was so bad is there was people that showed up that wasn't there when it happened that had already knew about it. and came up and said something to Scotty about, yeah, I heard you had a mishap a minute ago. I seen that.
But the stupid thing is this though. There was grown folks everywhere. There wasn't no kids. And why everybody
Yeah.
acting so friggin' wussy and butthurt?
Look at her little ponytail.
She's so cute.
Come here, Zay Zay.
Hey, Z. She's like, man, y'all leave me alone. I'm
Come here,
I'm
Zay
the cool kid in the room.
All right, y'all. We're gonna shoot off the commercial because you see my grandbaby comes into the room and everything just stops. So
Girl.
everybody, hang tight. The next song goes out to
Say hi.
to Jeff Matthias, by the way, because he actually likes this song tremendously. Does he like this song? Is that even the right way to use the word tremendously?
No.
Jeff Matthias loves this song.
I guess I'm heading out on break, so I don't do it in the middle of the show.
Okay, we will see y'all on the flip side. Everybody
you tomorrow.
hang tight, or she'll see you on the flip side. We'll be right back.
Say hey, Pop.
Mexican word of the day is blueberry. The roof of my house is gone. That went blueberry hard.
Say hey, Pop. You not gonna talk in it? And you want down?
Zay, come here. I gotta go. Bye bye.
Tell her bye.
Come here.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, pretty girl. Say hi, Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hey, baby.
Your hair looks so cute up in a little ponytail.
What's Pop doing?
Say hi, Pop.
What's Pop doing?
Hey, my darling.
Go get Pop. Go get Pop. Go get him. Go get Pop.
Come here, Zay.
Go get him. Come here. Let's fly over there. Ready?
I'm always scared to go by me.
Ready? Ready?
What are you doing?
Go get him.
Oh, my honey. Oh, my honey. Hey. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing?
Oh, so what I was saying before when I got told to shush.
Bella. What are you doing?
Females. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Nothing.
Forgot I was.
Oh, you saw that. Yep. Well, that's the only one I got.
Chapstick.
Freaking addicted child.
You got Pop's chapstick.
I love you. You look awfully adorable today in your purple outfit. Can I have 5? Can you pound it?
You going to school?
You going to school?
Morning.
Morning.
I gotta get work on.
You got to let me keep my chapstick though. Here, you put some on. Put some on. Put some on me. Put me some chapstick on. Thank you. All right, now put it back right there. And now you got to go to school. I love you. Okay, Nana, I'll have to take it from you. Nana, you'll have to confiscate the chapstick before she goes in.
It is pretty much the same for the guys.
Give me a kiss. Ooh, that's a slobbery one. God, I'm glad I had a layer of chapstick on. What are you owing me about? It was your slobber. It wasn't my slobber.
I know. But we noticed that's when Mr. Cresswell.
Mwah, I love you.
Go ahead, get in there.
Oh no, I'm in my Kroger clothes.
Oh, shut up.
Come on, Bailey, smile.
I love you.
Smile at Mike. Go.
Why do you
Here,
have to scare
here,
the
since you just did a flash.
Zay Zay.
We don't want Scotty to
Zay
be
Zay.
valuable
Look.
cool points.
Look at her face.
Mwah, I love you. Bye. I love you.
What do you got? What do you got?
As soon as she said
You'll have
that, that's
You're gonna have to give me a kiss. You're gonna have to obtain it before she goes into
You
school.
brought
They'll
you
take
brought the
it.
chapstick so we can go.
She
So
won't.
bye bye.
She won't. Already tried that. I love you.
I love you, baby.
Thank God I got
Oh
a
my
backup.
gosh, don't put the top in your mouth.
Be careful, it's bad outside on the roads, Karin said.
Yeah, the rain is definitely in our direction.
But
Right
leave it to our insurance agent.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yes, we need to throw that out there. By the
I
way.
found out her aunt. I've known her aunt forever.
Bye.
See ya.
Have a good
We were
day.
talking about yesterday.
That's funny.
Bye.
I like grew up with her aunt.
That's cool.
So she was like, leave it long enough and we'll be like long lost cousins or something. But I'm not sleeping with her.
All right, I gotta go.
See y'all later.
Bye.
See you, Dee. Have fun.
That flash
Oh,
in my
thank you.
eyes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, quit being a girl.
Mike, you try to mess him up. He's no good.
All right, how's that on camera?
Good. Got a little bit more me than Stephanie though.
Well, you have to take up more.
Shut your hole.
Which one?
Shut up. Text her and tell her to turn the radio on. Or radio app.
Text who?
Denise.
Oh. Damn, how do you spell revolver?
Revolver.
You know how when you spell words, sometimes you look at it and you go, "Wow, that don't even look right."
REVOLVER.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, we're back.
We're
Thank-
back.
Thank God she's gone. We can talk about her now.
I wonder if she turns on the radio when she leaves.
You know, I wonder if she does because I'm pretty sure she's like, mm-hmm,
What are they saying about?
mm-hmm, I bet they're talking about me now.
You know what's really funny is we are.
Yeah.
Well, I got to hand it to her because for anybody to just, I'm going to get all sweet for a second.
Oh.
For anybody to just roll into just for fun the way she did, saying, hey, I just want to help whenever I can, and then jump behind the mic and be just as kooky and crazy as we are and fit right in, it's perfect.
That's where I'm gonna laugh.
Just for friggin' fun radio. Home of I don't know what.
Fun.
What's happening?
What's going on these days?
Nothing really.
Yep.
Just work.
So, hey, you know what? You know, I found myself for a little bit of time there disagreeing with Military Mike on some stuff, but I wasn't a quote unquote friend of the voice, but I was familiar with him, knew who he was, been to the ranch. I've got a friend of mine that's actually a consultant and real close friends with the family and everything. And I can say that Lavoy actually did wear either or sometimes both a shoulder holster and one on his waist.
Cool.
Yeah, I just posted a picture that I drew a bunch of arrows to a Western style holster with a revolver, and I mean I could be wrong, but it did appear to be his right hip. So I'm sure something will come out of all this that I made it up or I photoshopped the photo or something.
Who are y'all talking about?
The gentleman, Lavoy, that was killed last week by federal agents. He's part of the Oregon.
Okay,
protest.
I still need to know more about this Oregon protest because I keep just catching clips. Somebody like 60 minutes or 2020 or 1020 or whoever wants to have the eye focus of like 2012, I could care less. Somebody needs to do an actual start to finish report so people like me that have no clue can kind of catch up a little bit.
I'm not going to lie. It would be tough to cover that in 2 hours because it is crazy.
So the gist of it is what you had spoke before. But let's just give me
protest.
give me the Cliff Note version.
Yeah. There's a lot of small patriot groups that are starting to get a lot more attention, especially because of social media. And this group, basically, a couple people that were involved were not great folks. They were, they had some past issues with law enforcement. And not to get into each story there, but basically this little patriot group occupied a abandoned federal building, which of course by law means they're trespassing, criminal trespassing on federal property. So it got a lot of attention, a lot of visitors. Come to find out, a lot of the people that were actually there weren't even part of it. They were just like you have like instigators,
wannabes.
Yeah, wannabes. Just like the riots in Baltimore and everything. You have people that just hear it or see it on social media. They don't have much of a life and they got a lot of free time, I guess. But in this case, the gentleman with I believe there was 3 other people in the vehicle. They ran basically a roadblock, and the vehicle careened off to the left into the snow. This gentleman got out. His hands were up, but it does appear that he was reaching for a weapon in a shoulder holster. And, of course, he was gunned down by the law enforcement.
So visually, they say it appears he might have been.
Yeah, it's a real, it's kind of weird, too, because it's
in your opinion, did he, or did it appear that it could be a 50-50 chance?
My opinion was, and the only reason I can say this is because I've actually seen someone being shot, and I see how the body reacts. To me, it looks like a couple of things were kind of, mysterious. One, there's a guy off in the woods, and everybody keeps saying, well, maybe he was Overwatch. Well, you don't do Overwatch from 100 feet with a pistol. Okay, that's one thing that's concerned me. 2, it appears to me that the first officer that he is basically in contact with shoots him. And he reaches with his body. And the reason why I was saying he reached there is because I feel that guys that carry hip holsters with large Western style revolvers, that's what this guy is all about. He's a cowboy,
right.
Flannel shirts, cowboy hats, tight jeans, that kind of stuff, cowboy boots. I just kind of felt like when he reached to the left, he was reacting to a gunshot. And that started a big hoodoo on Facebook with another thread of people and their personal opinions, and so that's where a lot of this came from. I've been involved with the federal government for 28 years, and I will be the first one to tell you what you see is probably not what happened, really.
Right.
What you hear about is not the case, and in actual circles.
Again, you have to remember the government's going to put their spin on it, and then the news media is going to put their spin on it.
Well, there's like a video too, which concerns me because I have a 4K camera on my drone, and man, it takes crystal clear pictures. Why did they have a drone at the second roadblock? How did they know he was going to run the first roadblock?
Yeah,
it kind of follows them from the front, but at a real far distance. I don't know if it was a military drone, if it was just a hobbyist type drone. It's just, there's a lot of questions.
Okay.
And I've learned my lesson dealing with the military, dealing with the government. Whenever there's questions, you're looking at probably the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
And it just, the world according to Mike. Hey, I'm a retired.
Call tonight. Everybody call tonight and jump in on this.
Retired military guy. I can talk about whatever.
All right. So, Craig, you've seen all this video footage as well. What's your impression?
Well, there's actually more than one video.
Okay.
Number one, Bundy's group had a drone in the air. Number 2, what you see as far as the FBI footage was from a helicopter that happened to be there.
Okay.
And Mike knows what clouded fraction is off of helicopters, etc. I'm not 100% sure about anything because we've only seen pieces of video. I've only seen pieces of video anyway. But I would ask Mike to think about this for a moment. This was a textbook linear ambush. So I mean,
So you feel
completely-
that it was set up to begin with. It was
Yeah, I've been saying that all along. That's what my whole thread was about.
It was there was no attempt to take Lavoie into custody. It was an assassination.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? I agree. And if you read my thread on Facebook, I bring up some topics, and then some other guys with the same background as me, they start going, "Hey, don't discuss that on social media." And I'm like, "Well, look, this is the whole point." As I'm saying, is it doesn't look right. I mean, even to the common layperson, like if Redneck Steph was to watch it, she would say, "Wait a minute, that doesn't look right." And these
I'm
other people
trying
are
to find
arguing
it.
with me, and it's kind of like, dude, just give it a second and look at it. I'm getting a bunch of texts or messages right here while we're talking. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn off my tablet because it's about to die. But the root of the matter is that anything when you're dealing with the government, please, somebody explain to me the guy that was off to the left in the woods. And why did no other officers get involved? There's like all these officers in all these vehicles, okay, but there's only 2 officers that are dealing with this supposedly I'm gonna kill everybody guy, right? Lavoie. There's one officer that confronts him and is talking to him, and then the other one comes up behind him and kills him. Come on, man. That's
well. What you have to. All right. I haven't. I guess we're seeing complete different videos. Let me tell you about the one that I've seen. I've seen I've seen a 6 or 7 man strike unit is what I've seen. So what I was referring to, and I guess I'm addressing this to Mike because he's the most familiar. And my background in this is I did 7+ years in the 2nd Ranger Battalion, and so I'm familiar with strike operations and linear ambushes and L ambushes, etc. And what I seen, Mike, was again your textbook linear ambush, complete with a shift fire, with a clouded fraction overhead. But you had you have the assault force, and when I'm talking about the passage of line movement, you have 3 guys. You have 3 guys prone, and then 2 encounter on the upswing, and then which gathers his attention. Of course, that's why he's facing the vehicles. That's what that was meant to actually do. But what you don't see on the scheduling of the road, which are timing markers or covert marking devices, kind of projected, as a completely controlled environment. They knew which way he was going to go. There was no doubt which way he was going to have to go. And if you notice, what caught my attention very fast, Mike, was the guy that took the kill shot that comes out or appears out of the woods from nowhere.
Yes.
Had a short sleeve shirt on.
Yeah, in the snow.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it was a clear video, I'm willing to bet one of my disability checks that he has no identifiable features on that uniform. I bet you
there's nothing on any of them.
Yeah, I wonder why.
only 2 people could be properly identified, and that was in the pursuit of the chase vehicles.
Right.
The people that were in the blue pickup truck.
Right.
That's the only 2. I'm guessing they were Oregon State Police. That was the only Oregon State Police vehicle on the assault.
Right. And then, as well as I know, if you go to any type of big operation like this, everybody is pimping their stuff. They got jackets that say ATF, FBI, freaking bounty hunter. Jesus, they got everything. These guys always wear all of their stuff because they're, they got the little chest puffs out. They're wearing body armor that they got out of, the supply to head out there. They never wear the stuff. But then out of the blue, you got these 1 or 2 guys out there that are designated hitters. They're not wearing any. And you know what? When all the commotion started, and why are they throwing flashbangs at a vehicle that has been stopped for 10 minutes? You're going to gain. That's like going into a room to clear it with your flashlight and telling everybody to be quiet. The element of surprise is gone.
And only one of the trucks, because I found the video, only one of the trucks has lights on it.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? It stinks. Now, look, I'm not saying it stinks because I approve of what that group was doing. I'm just saying that it stinks because I have apprehended people, not in law enforcement, but in the military. We've grabbed folks, and this is not the way it's done. This is a complete, and you'll understand if you were a Second Ranger vet. This is a different type of operation.
Yeah, it did look like he was reaching for something. I mean,
Yeah.
he
I
could have
just
been
said it-
reaching for the gun to throw it down. He could have been reaching
Yeah.
to shoot. I mean, no one ever
Well,
really knows.
He's got
you
his
know?
hands
Well,
up.
the sad part is, number one, in the enhanced video that I've seen, which was slow to 5 with a zoom of 500, there was no weapon.
Yeah, how come they haven't produced a weapon on the mainstream media? How come nobody's showing? Here's the 9mm. Yeah, here's the 9mm that he was reaching for. How come there's no pictures of this?
The second thing, the guy that took the kill shot was in the blind zone. There's no way. All he could do was kind of fathom what was taking place.
Right.
There's no possible way from his direction that he would have seen a weapon.
Exactly.
So,
and if they would have swerved to the right, I bet you there was a guy in the woods over there that was a designated hitter in a unidentifiable uniform. And that soon as the shot was taken, those people disappear. They go get in vehicles and drive off. And they're never one, so.
There's actually, there was a prior stop to this. Okay, where Lavoie stopped on his own accord and actually put the truck in reverse and backed up to him. And one of the other gentlemen that was in the vehicle had his hands out of the vehicle, and I don't know if the feds couldn't hear him or what, but he stuck his head out to relay the message from Lavoie to them. And when he stuck his head out, they took a pop shot at him and missed him. And that's why we got the second movement, or up to the ambush point.
Yeah. Do you think that they set it up and they kind of initiated the opportunity to let him go up to the ambush?
I don't think that was planned because it wasn't a forced stop. He stopped on his own accord.
Right.
But I believe there was route reconnaissance done because it was perfect. I mean, it was a perfect opportunity, low laying ground for traveling overwatch. The security was there to halt a motorized column or your traveling speeds or whatever. It was just opportune for them. And, if he would not have stopped the people, the secondary unit that actually engaged, might not have had the opportunity to set up completely. The guy in the short sleeves might not have been able to reach his point, etc.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know now that that's exactly what happened. And when we're talking about flashbangs, Mike, that there's different signals given on the strike force or to engage.
Sure.
And I believe that's exactly what that was to disorientate. The flashbangs, you can see the projectiles were aimed at the vehicle itself, even though Lavoie was outside of the vehicle.
Right.
So I feel that those were used not only to mark the hit or to go ahead and exercise the assault, but to disorientate anybody else that was in the vehicle.
I agree. Hey, I tell you what, let's talk about this on the World According to Mike.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up. We're
And,
heading to a commercial here in a few seconds.
Let's go to a commercial and let's get back to something funny, like Alex's hairdo or something.
We could talk about Bernie Sanders doing absolutely nothing his entire life and actually, being on welfare and workman's compensation when he took office.
Who
and
Bernie?
His net worth is only 300,000.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in his deathbed.
Oh, Bernie Crappy Mac.
I tell you what, Bernie's crazy, man. But you know what? After the caucuses this morning on WSB,
The what?
Caucuses.
The caucuses?
After the caucuses, they said Bernie has raised $3 million. That's what they were reporting on WSB this morning, and that's if you think
they said
about
he raised like an additional.
Yeah. So you know what? Can you imagine just if you would?
Can you imagine how he's raising all that money?
Trump in a debate with Bernie.
He reminded me of
That's it. Just the two of them.
Crypt Keeper.
That would.
He is such a weirdo. That's my problem about
crazy, right? Because at some
and
point,
I want to call him Bernie Mac at this point.
At some point, Trump's going to look at him and call him names. You know he is.
You know, I messaged into you yesterday, Scotty, and you know, I heard a few people, you know, because I'd mentioned it on the little thing that I was doing here. But the big problem in the country, I think, fits into the abbreviated nutshell of what exactly I told you, and that was that we've got half of the country that doesn't feel like they need to work because the next guy is going to take care of them. And on the opposite side of that coin, we've got people that work that don't understand why they need to work because what they're working for is going to be taken away, given to the people that don't work.
Absolutely. And history says that at some point they're going to do one of two things. They're going to rebel or they're just going to stop working.
And I think, and what you have in Bernie Sanders is the example of the people feeling like they don't have to work. That we're going to sit around and we're going to put everything together. We're going to have a melting pot healthcare system that's failed miserably everywhere. Yeah, they've got it, but it's substandard care. Blah blah blah. And I think it's very difficult. And in today's society, we have to look at why Bernie Sanders got the support that he did, or Hillary Clinton got the support they did. Hell, if it don't go your way, just kill whoever's in your way and you know, defeat that obstacle. Or, you know, let's vote for the guy that's not going to make us get up off our ass and go to work.
That's my whole problem with the whole millennium children, if we still want to call them that, because they should be now in their 20s. They live in a world of freedoms where everything's been given to them. And Bernie old Mac here is promising more free stuff. Don't worry about working for it. I'm just going to give it to you. And as long as you have idiots that's trying to manipulate our system to give stuff to people, you're going to have idiots standing there not working with their hands out.
Well, you know, Scotty, think about this. If you could make a third to 2/3 more in benefits, public assistance, etc., by sitting on your ass in your pajamas not doing nothing, or you could go to work, which one would you do?
Oh, well, I get it. I mean, I get it. Again, if you're going to have, as long as you're going to have somebody willing to hand it out, you're going to have people willing to stand there and hold their hands out. I mean, it's that simple.
You know what's really funny is other countries have a completely different way of looking at this. They really do. When you go over to like Southwest Asia and stuff like that, or you know, even further up into the stands, somebody that doesn't have anything and they knock on your door, it's kind of like a hospitality, kind of like a Pashwali deal, where if you have any leftover food, you give it to them. It's kind of like a trait for human beings to be human to other human beings, you know. But in this country, it's just gotten so out of control.
Well, I mean, you can look at China, for example, Mike. At 59 years old, if your parent reaches the age of 59 years old and they're destitute or they're insolvent, etc., it's your responsibility to take care of them. Not only take care of them and provide for them financially, but to provide for them emotionally, and as a mandatory, like 3-day-a-week visit that you have to go see your parents, or they're going to put your ass in jail.
All right, man. Amazing. Well, we got to shoot off the commercial. We're reaching our well over 20-minute mark. I try to keep us on that 20-minute mark. Yeah, I appreciate you calling in. We're going to come out with some TMZ stupid stuff if we can find some.
Call tonight, buddy.
All
right, thanks a lot for listening. Make sure you call in tonight and join in on the world according to Mike. We'll be right back, everybody. It's just fun in the morning.
Later.
All right, later. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. We're going to a commercial.
You know, it's so funny, man. I just think the whole world is really just getting sick
of everything.
Are you following any of the?
No, dude. I've got to where I had to pull away because I was starting to stay pissed off.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to look at it.
And I'm busy. I've got so much stuff going on right now that I would rather focus on positive and what I got to get fixed than to focus on a bunch of negative that I'm already disgusted with. Oh yeah, I guess they can hear me pretty good. I just turned the background microphone on again.
That's all I'm gonna read today.
You're gonna what?
No.
When you read that thread, you can't get emotional.
I don't. No, I just get passionate.
It's a show.
I know,
yeah,
I
but
get
you're
passionate.
allowing it to change your humor in your body.
Oh yeah, well that because
Don't read it then. Don't even read that thread because I need funny.
Oh, I know.
I don't need.
That's why I just stopped
stupidity.
that. Yeah, that's why I just stopped that.
Oh, Lordy, Stephanie, hurry. Well, I would be willing.
Was that thunder?
It sounded like thunder.
Damn, Steph.
Holy cow, you should see it out there, though.
Is it Poen?
Oh, yeah. Look, turn around and look.
Oh, man, I can get up.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, just spinning.
Oh, buddy! The ducks are digging it. Look,
The water's over the wall again.
The ducks are digging it. They're just like, yay! Oh, yeah. That's a good rain. That's a pelting rain. Oh, I got to check some up here.
Where's the ducks? Those are decent stuff. Come on.
Well, he said ducks.
Why are you taking your shoes off?
Come
I
on.
knew something was getting smelly.
Nuh-uh, my feet are clean, thank you.
It's the rest of your body.
Got it back.
Those. There wasn't any toilet paper.
I don't.
Where'd you live in there?
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, that's good. All the driving in the bus I was going to do today is not happening.
Wow, every time you talk about the bus, too, doesn't it start pouring?
Yeah,
Remember
man.
Kroger that day?
Yeah, I was going to try.
Holy smoke.
I was going to try to drive the bus and get some logo exposure.
And get this, we're in the parking lot, and so we're right next to each other, and Scotty's like, come get in the bus. I'm like, dude! Oh, Poen rain. Okay.
What about it?
Nobody said that.
Nope. Remember that other microphone's on. Let me try that.
Y'all are cool. Cool something. Y'all see how much beer I got tonight. Hey, did I tell y'all that I got hacked?
Uh-uh.
Called Hey 24/7 got me, and here's how they did it. They charged the buck, and they refunded the buck. Every system in the world will let you refund money.
Right.
No problems, no questions asked.
Right.
Then they hit me for $900.
So that's where they got your info.
It went wild. Tel Aviv, China.
How did they get all your information?
All they got to do is get in that door. Ain't got nothing. They cleaned me out in like 30 minutes.
I'm just straight up Amazon. That's the only people, either Amazon or Best Buy. That's the only people I order online from. I did order our stickers from a print company, which is the same people I did my press pass with. But I also only use PayPal. I won't give anybody my credit. Amazon and Best Buy is the only, well,
Is Bella
no,
freaking
everybody's
out?
PayPal. Yep, she is. That thunder, man. So for everybody that's listening via the video or watching the video, see, this is a look of my home screen. So everybody tries to figure out how much chaos we've got. You know, you see here is the Facebook as I'm scrolling the red pointer. And then here is the Manicam that keeps up with our multiple screens. And then, of course, this that you're seeing here is what we see, which is what you see, if that makes any sense. Like right now, I'm going to shoot it over to the spare screen and then shoot it back to this screen, and we got to go back live. Yes, he's got a good setup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back.
We're
in the shack. It is poeing outside.
It is.
It's poeing.
And they claim that in just a couple of hours, it's going to be over.
Yeah, I know. That'll be awesome.
Hopefully it'll be over real quick.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be over. What time is it?
Yeah,
it'll be over in 1 hour. Oh, I got it. Hey, talking about fireworks, I rep for this one company to sell discount fireworks. I'll be putting the link up.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, man, they got the big dog fireworks, like the crazy big.
My wife called to remind me of something that we're just not
Bella is
gonna deal
shaking,
with.
Man.
Yeah, I got to go lock her up.
Bella is scared to death over here.
Yeah, with the rain, that reminded me of a question I got asked yesterday with the new house being on a lake to make sure it's not in a flood zone.
Yep.
But it's uphill.
I'm laughing. Nick Snow said, I thought there was a morning show. Yes. I hear you now. Okay.
I was like, what the hell?
All right.
It was a morning show. You better believe it is.
So, do we got anything on TMZ? Any funny stuff, man? Because there really ain't a whole lot going on out there right now.
Hey, I know. All you hear about is car chases at death and
in that order.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the movie Terminus?
Who?
Terminus. I had never.
No. What is Terminus?
You had that place on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's the only Terminus
okay, but there's a movie. I love.
Yeah, but that's called Terminus.
Yeah, that's what he said. Terminus.
Oh, I thought you said Herminus.
No, that's what I am.
No, I don't.
No, not herpes.
Herpeus.
Hermaphrodite.
That was a Greek god, by the way.
Yeah.
No, but this movie, okay. So I'm scrolling through IMDb. I love that freaking movie website, and I'm just trying to all of a sudden, bam, Terminus. And I'm like, well, isn't that the place on The Walking Dead? I read about it and it looked pretty cool. Oh my God. Don't watch this movie. Don't.
It's that bad?
Oh God. Do not.
How is it that bad? Like, how is it that bad?
Oh, the acting is horrible. And then the storyline is pathetic. And I know what everybody's I know what everybody's going to say. Well, why'd you watch it then? Well, I watched it because there was nothing else to watch. But man, it was pathetic. When do the shows start? I'm so excited. Walking Dead, Viking.
Walking Dead starts.
Hey, how's these
14th.
voices sound now? By the way, I just did something different to the voices.
Really?
No, go ahead. I'm just messing with everybody.
Okay. Oh man, I'm so excited. Gotham. Huh? Is it Bella?
Oh yeah, it was Bella scared. Breathing.
She is.
She doesn't think thunder. Let me go deal with her real quick. Y'all keep going with the show.
Okay. So on the TV shows, because I know you like watching the TV shows too.
Yes, some of them. Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
Well, of course, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Which it comes back the 14th
of this month.
Yeah.
Bonus round.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day. Sorry, my nose is itching.
I was about to say, why are you picking a booger there?
No, I was scratching right there.
Steph is scratching boogers.
Yeah. Yeah, and here, let me flick it at you.
Oh, I see. It fell short.
And the news shows that I like to watch Code Black. It comes on
Code Black.
Yeah, it comes on channel 46.
What's that about?
CBS. It's a hospital show.
Oh, okay. All right. It's not like Grey's Anatomy, is it? I got suckered into about 7 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
I never watched Grey's Anatomy, but to me, have you ever watched Chicago Med?
No. I
'Cause
know.
love all the
Yeah.
Chicago's. You know, you got
Yeah.
the Chicago
I know a lot of people
PD,
like that
Chicago
Med
Fire,
thing.
and then now Chicago Med. I like it. Lucifer. I tried to watch that.
I've not tried to watch that yet. He did a show, the same guy, last year where he was a doctor that went strictly for.
That was close.
Yeah, we may have to end the show.
That was right outside.
I don't like being on a microphone when
And having headphones on.
well, thank God I've got all the great surge protectors and stuff. Not for you though, because you're plugged into that wall. But I've got everything grounded and under great surge protectors and conditioners and all that sort of stuff. But
I could feel the ground shake.
you know what I might need to do is put a conditioner on the table for y'all to plug into as well.
You might need to put a little conditioner on that hair too.
Yeah, now that I'm growing it out.
Growing out some hair.
Look, one more thunder like that, I'm gonna call the show, because sitting here on a microphone, not a good subject.
Plus, I mean, we're internet radio, so
Yeah.
think about it, people. We're all computerized.
Oh, that's right. Everything here is. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
everything's
the
on.
board.
Well, everything's on surge protectors. It's just that I don't want to pop microphones.
Right.
I mean, not at what
did I do?
Not what these for what these things cost. I'd rather not lose microphones.
Will you remind me later too to get in touch with my buddy about more microphones?
Yeah, because there's a couple things I need. Me and Alex and Billy had done some math.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't ask Denise to get involved because we wanted the right numbers.
Was it Common Core?
Yeah, it seems like Common Core. So what we figured out is about being able to run live shows in parking lots and things like that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Is that on the way?
That's
here.
We're the little blue dot.
Well, I know that. Let me turn mine on because that. What I'm saying is what you're showing means the red is not on top of us yet.
Right.
And
can you see that? Probably can't see that on YouTube.
yeah, we just went through some of the red.
Yeah.
But there's more coming.
I love it. I love weather.
Well, I just don't want to be during the actual. You know, it's one thing to be on when it's sprinkling, but when it's thunderstorming, you know what I mean?
That line goes all the way down into the Gulf.
Yeah, man.
And they're saying it's going to be out of here.
So, anyways, we did the math. I figured out what it's going to take to be able to do live streaming shows. My goal is to do one remote in a parking lot a month.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean? The bus just pull the bus up,
Yeah.
Walmart, or pull
fun.
the bus up in front of Rob's, stuff like that.
Steal some Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, the thing is I can actually sit in a parking lot and stream off of something I own, but I can only do 3 of those a month. But what I want to do is I want to be able to pull up in Rob's and try to come off their Wi-Fi. That would be terrific. Do live from Rob's in the bus. Also, I would love to do live from the top of the Mystic Grill.
I'd like to do. I want to do from top of Stone Mountain one day.
You know, how do you? I don't know how great cell service is going to be up there. Or are you going to be above?
No
cell service.
No, I thought last time because I was making calls.
And is Stone Mountain going to be happy with us doing it?
You know what? I'll kick that ass.
We have windscreens on microphones. I think we can get away with it
because it's usually windy up there.
But now that now that I got this cart with these big rubber tires, I can set a rack up to where we roll right to wherever, you know. But is Stone Mountain going to let me bring a generator on top of the mountain? Probably not.
Probably not.
Are they going to allow me to plug into their electricity? Probably not.
Maybe if we don't tell them.
Yeah, because that orange cord means nothing.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I have a granite color drop cord?
Look, we can make it like a mission. Okay. And
I'll take 3 marine batteries and a solar charger up there to be able to run the show.
I got the solar stuff.
I got it too.
You know, come on, man.
But the plan is to be able to drive the bus up somewhere and go live at any location we want to.
Yeah,
that's the plan. And now that I've got this board working, literally, me and Alex we're going to label it last night, but I got some other wires I need to tweak before I start slapping labels on there. But I've got it fixed so we can just yank it out.
Yank it.
Go somewhere, set it real quick, turn everything on, put it back. I mean, I've
awesome?
I've got it to where we can go mobile at any moment.
Hey, you know what app I signed up for yesterday? Which is kind of interesting. It goes along with this. It goes along with
Naughty Girls Need Love Too?
No, they don't. Naughty Girls can just find love. The name of the app is called Stinger. STRI.
And what does it do?
Okay, they notify you of any news in your local area.
Oh, that'd be hot.
And you go videotape it with your phone, and they've got it all set up in the app. You videotape it, you shoot it over to them, and if anybody buys it, you're kind of like a freelance videographer.
Okay.
But with the drone and all.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Oh yeah, man. So
and my wife showed me an app last night.
I bet you she did.
As we were reading, and I was crunching numbers about how many megabytes it takes to stream one show, using cellular service. So she found this app that can show you people's Wi-Fi's, who you can connect to and who you can't connect to, and what kind of strength it is. So that was kind of a cool idea. Just
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to steal anybody's Wi-Fi. Don't get me wrong, but
I do it all the time.
If it's a free Wi-Fi and I can use it, then yes, I just need to find out which one's got the better strength, not just and I know you can open your Wi-Fi signal and find that, but this is just a really fast app that makes it a whole lot smoother and tells you what I need to know. Like Hooters may have great strength, but Hooters has a condition set on their Wi-Fi where you can't stream music or YouTube. Did anybody know that?
No, I didn't.
You can go to Yahoo and look up new stuff. You can go to Facebook.
They don't want you streaming because you'll burn up that.
That's right. But you can't go stream music or videos from Hooters. And a lot of people have that kind of network set up.
So, you know what? When Wi-Fi's first were starting to come out, I used to do some crooked stuff. And
no.
Yeah.
Well, don't say.
Well, here's what I used to do. You remember when you could renew your driver's license online? It costs like $50 or something,
right?
Or $35, whatever. Well, I would have people. I knew somebody who worked there that would open it up for me and give me a password, and I could renew driver's license from illegals, and I would do it on like gift cards. They'd give me like a $50, Visa card, and I'd log on and do that. But of course, you got to do it from a ghost IP,
right?
You can't be doing it from your house,
right?
So Barnacles, they had a beautiful Wi-Fi back then.
Yes.
I think it was strong as hell. Hotels, now it's all, you got to have the code.
That's right.
But when it first came out, you could sit in a hotel parking lot.
Well, see, I figured out I used about for a 2-hour show is under 1 gig. And at a 2.5-hour show, it's just a little more than 1 gig. So what we've determined is that, depending on said situation, I have up to 6 gigs. At least I need to double check that, of hotspot. So what I'm able to do is 4 to 5 shows, pushing it at 5.5. That's at 2.5-hour shows from 7:30 to 10. So what I figure is by the time we go set up to do live, we should only do about a 2-hour live show because it's still an hour of setup and everything else. People don't realize all that. Yeah. So what I'm guessing is we go do a 2-hour live show somewhere on a Friday. So I want to start doing that, at least bi-monthly, every other week,
well,
like every other week. So in other words, the first and second week first and third week of the month go live. The third and fourth week have people in studio on Friday.
Now let me ask
always
you a
makes our Fridays hot.
That 6 gig, is that do you get charged over 6 gigs?
I have no idea because I don't know. I'm not going to go there to find out.
Yeah. Mine with Boost Mobile on my phone. Okay, I've got unlimited bandwidth.
Right.
Okay, but here's the deal: when I hit like 4 gig on a month,
right,
they throttle it back.
Well, for instance, a lot of these companies, Sprint, you have unlimited data. Well, you have unlimited data from your phone, but you don't have unlimited data for hotspot. Stephanie with Metro has unlimited stream, but not unlimited hotspot.
But supposedly now, since they added...
I was on their site last night.
Oh.
Yep. What it is on most of the phones, most of the Metros, you get 6. And now they have a $60 plan that allows you to have unlimited stream and 8 gigs of hotspot. I'll take you and show you the new plans because this is the problem. Everybody's confused with the way Metro's doing the new plans. It's a friggin' nightmare and it's a joke. That's for sure.
I
Yeah,
know.
have the $60 plan.
I mean, it's such a the phone industry right now is such a scam when you try to go who's got the bigger, better deal. The thing is we know, everybody knows that in a couple of months, just like every other time, somebody is going to try to beat out somebody. And when they do,
you know who keeps really good track of all this for you? Clark Howard.
Yeah, that's
yes,
what I was gonna say, Clark Howard.
and CNET. If you go to CNET keeps a
They're a
good
little bit more technical.
Keeps
than
a good
old Clark.
check on it, so you know. I found a chart last night, which is what I'm trying to find now.
Comparison chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, you know, a while back, basically before cell phones really came out or were popular, we were talking about China because, you know, there's a billion freaking Chinese. And back then, running a landline for a phone, the numbers were like, and I don't know this, I'm just estimating, don't everybody freak out. But they were talking about like one phone per 5,000 people.
Right.
It was a landline phone. Can you imagine when they went in there with their cell services?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. I mean, I know in Afghanistan, they won't have a refrigerator in their house, but they'll have cell phones.
Right.
You know, so it's pretty weird. Communication's a big deal now. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, even homeless people have cell phones.
Yeah.
Because that was an article that I was just reading right here where a man in Detroit has a cell phone, and as he's going out and panhandling for money, not only is he accepting spare change and bills and all, he now accepts credit cards
that is so cool.
How insane is that? A homeless guy's got a swiper.
on his cell phone. Yes. And an
Come
account.
on, that's cool as hell.
That is stupid.
Oh, cash check or chart.
Yeah. And his name is Honest Abe.
There you go.
Yeah, because
Well, you can't lie.
that screams honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says
He puts on his same dirty shoes and clothes every day, gets out of his BMW, goes, swipes your card all day long in New York,
Yep.
and then goes back, puts his clothes back on. You know, he probably has like a nice Adidas jumpsuit, like some old Run DMC, and he puts over some zip over dirty looking coveralls, and then goes and stands out there and says, this work jumpsuit's all I own, makes all this money, and goes back, unzips out of it, folds it back up, puts it in a milk crate or a Tupperware crate in the back of the BMW so he doesn't get anything dirty because he's getting his car washed at the new car wash on Old Salem Road. I'm just,
Hey,
it's
I tell you what,
funny.
up in Loganville, they caught that woman, that family. She would stand almost in the middle of the road with a baby in her arms.
Holy cow.
And when the cops showed up, they found the husband. You know what he was doing? He was sitting in like a brand new Nissan minivan watching
my
the DVD
God.
player. He was like laid back. And they're come up, you know, and they've got her and all that other stuff. And he's like, what? And it's like, well, she was panhandling, all that other stuff. And I said, really? Everybody just all of a sudden
Who would have
started acting
thought?
dumb. I was proud of them. They packed him up, made him go.
Yeah, he says, I take Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. I'm the only homeless guy in America who can take a credit card. It's all done safely and securely through
hold on.
Squarecom.
Craig says, guess my sorry I don't carry cash comment will no longer work.
Yeah, really.
Keep going.
That was all he said, that it's done safely and securely through square.com.
Can I
Jesus
get your PIN
Christ.
number, please?
Yeah,
Hey, I mean,
really.
since we're talking about this, what happened to me this week, right? What happened to me over the weekend?
That is insane.
Freaking ID theft.
You playing footsie with me.
I'm
under the
surprised your
table.
feet reach. If you must have them turned like all the way in my direction for
He's
your
trying to-
feet to even reach
Trying
over
to
here.
braid your toe hair with his toes.
Well,
That's gross.
Trying to thumb war with my big toe against hers.
You're gonna lose, dude.
yeah, with your
Hold on, I
massive
think I just
feet.
got hung either on her nail or some crust.
Tighten a knot.
No, my feet are under my chair now.
Yeah, sure they are. Hey, identity theft. I got hit by a company called Pay Play.
They called Screw You.
Yeah, Pay Play 24/7. I wrote them an email and they said, we don't handle anything like that. The bank does it, blah, blah, blah. They gave me a BS answer. I tried to get on the phone with Bank of America. I waited for an hour.
They're a joke.
Couldn't get it. I called back later on that afternoon, waited for an hour, couldn't get anybody. A couple hours later, I get an email about suspicious activity on my account, and within 30 minutes, and I was talking to the bank. Within 30 minutes, they cleaned me out. They took
That is
every penny.
insane.
Yeah, there must have been 30 different companies involved. Yeah, they're shell companies, I guess. But it was from all over the world. It was Tel Aviv. It was Seattle. It was China. And here's the trick. Here's how they do it. I'm going to tell everybody how they do it so you can be watching. Okay.
Oh, so we can go home and try it ourselves?
No.
What's your bank card again?
No. So you can be watching because it is indeed a trick. And you may not catch it. And the bank is not going to send out a suspicious activity on this low dollar amount. What they do is they somehow or another, they charge your account. One of them was for 37 cents.
Right.
But then what this bad guy does is he turns around and they refund the money because, okay, when you're giving money to somebody, there's all these checks and balances. But apparently when people are refunding money to you, there's not that many checks and balances. So they refund the money and they open up that door. So I had about 40 charges for $1, 37 cents, stuff like that from all these different companies. And then about 10 seconds later, a refund. And then about within a minute, hundreds of dollars. I mean, bam, 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 bam. $30 here, $50 there. One was for 900 that we caught. Right.
I didn't even know you had that kind of money.
I just robbed the convenience.
I mean, after all the 1-900 numbers, I thought you were broke.
No. My 1-900 numbers pay me.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
That's how that works.
I play the raspy trailer trash. My name is Laura the Lot Lizard, and
damn, I knew that voice. Can we have a sample of it?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's hear it.
So.
Stephanie has no comment. Stephanie is just smiling and won't say a word. So do you recognize that voice from when you called? So let's hear me. Let's hear me as a listener calling you. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How you doing? Are you gonna talk sexy to me or what?
I thought that. And you got a cigarette? You'd think for $4.95 you'd have a cigarette, you bitch.
Okay.
Come over to my house and we'll braid your hair.
Your back hair?
Your back hair.
Okay. Oh my God. Brett says they only pay him to get off the phone. The problem is that could really be taken the wrong way, sir.
I'm working it right now, pal.
Oh my God. Oh, it's 9:20 in the morning.
That came from nowhere. Where'd that go?
I have no idea.
If anybody ever said the show was scripted.
Oh my God. Can you imagine trying to remember all this?
Yeah.
Hell, I get off the show and I can't remember this. Somebody will go, "Hey man, where'd you get that at 9:20?" I'm like, I don't even remember saying anything like that. Let me go back and watch the tape. I've had people like Oz ask me something and then go, "Do you remember blah, blah, blah?" And I'm like, "No, let me go watch the tape." Like I get in the zone and I can't remember. Sometimes I just bust a joke and people are like, "Man, that was kind of mean." I'm like, I don't even remember saying anything about her.
Yeah. That's
because we're in the zone.
Yeah.
You silly fools, y'all need to know that this is a friggin' this is a clown show, dude. I mean, don't take anything serious. I think we've already yelled that like a dozen friggin' I think we nailed it a dozen times that this is a friggin' this is a show, man. It's just strictly an idiotic, acting stupid.
But these are on-air characters. I mean, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not really this stupid.
well,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
was
deep
waiting for
subject.
it.
That's a false statement. Are you starting to get your information from Mike gets his?
So I'm getting my information out of Mike's ass.
Ah.
Wow.
Well, that's what Alex says.
God, dog, man. The world according to Mike leaving.
Oh, that is so awesome right there.
Shut up, Mike.
Yeah, shut up, Mike.
Yeah,
I didn't get to tell y'all my story, my
It's-
Walmart famous story from this
we don't
weekend.
care.
No,
Okay,
it
let's
was
hear it.
pretty funny. So I'm sitting there at looking at tables at
Walmart.
and all of a sudden I hear Steph, and I turn and here comes the assistant manager, and the next thing I know, he's introducing me to the employee that works over in the fishing area, the sporting good area.
And we're talking Bramridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he introduce you as redneck Steph?
Yeah.
Is this the dark haired gentleman that wears the like safety glasses?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
I've met him a few times over there.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You got introduced.
Yeah, as redneck Steph. from
Here's your
Just-
fishing rod.
Wow.
They give her the little Barbie one that's like 3 feet long. Steph's like, I got the pocket fisherman at home.
The only
Yeah.
time that's happened to me was over at that drugstore with the manager, the really, really hot manager. She was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Uh-oh.
She was
Did
like,
she say you were her?
no, she said, I know who you are. Get out now. I was like, wow, man, come on.
Watch this. I want everybody to pay attention to Mike's face.
Yeah, man. She is like super smart and like super,
That's her pic that she put up this morning.
aggressive.
I figured that would just really
Yeah.
get Mike
It does. It
pumped
does.
and
It does.
stuff.
It does.
Mm.
Very attractive, very smart, very forward. I like it. How'd Jim Carrey say it? I like it a lot.
Yes, I like it, and I like it a lot.
Oh my God, Cobras!
you to shut up.
I saw
Hey,
this
let's go to a
video.
commercial real
Yeah,
quick. It's time
cool.
for a commercial,
There we go.
and we'll be right back. Everybody, sorry, we have to keep this puppy rolling,
Okay.
rolling. Keep
Get
the
this
puppies rolling.
Right.
Speaking of rawhide,
Oh.
I didn't say nothing. God, sick pervs. We'll be right back. It's just fun in the morning.
Hey.
Hold, please. Man, I gotta go to the urinal. I gotta go to the urinal.
Urinator.
Every break.
Dude, I drank a huge cup of coffee and I hadn't had any food.
Ooh.
I drank a big glass of milk and a big glass of coffee, and then I start drinking that. And who cares how many times I pee?
Well, because when you get older, you know your prostate. Have you had your prostate?
No.
You need to have your prostate.
But what happens is when my sugar drops, I pee everywhere.
$10 says you have an enlarged prostate.
Take it for me.
I'll do it right now.
Live on Just for Fun Radio.
You said you wanted to do some remote. Man, you know how I am about that drone.
Hey, you know that they really. Oh, I gotta find this.
Damn sissy about that drone. Alex is talking about showing up early tonight to fly in windy weather. I'm like, I'm not
Dude,
I'm not doing that.
he flew my cove yesterday, and everything was great. He takes out on the water, was just open air, no trees, and that thing was like,
Man, see,
Oh, wow.
I'd be flat ass.
he's got balls that you don't.
You know what? The difference.
I guess it's because he has good money and we don't.
Yeah, he's got a job, and his cost, $500, $600, $700. Right now, I got about a little over $3,000. And I'm about to buy a skin that covers it.
No one is trying to read lips, Mike. Jacob, because we muted the camera for a second.
Fuckers don't watch everything.
It's video, sir. I mean, turn your product placement so that you can read the Coke label properly.
Yeah, don't look that way.
Well, I didn't. I was looking at Scotty when I did it, and I was talking like this.
That was friggin'
I was
hilarious.
talking like this, and he still saw it. Man. See my shirt. Element 17. And element of prize. Get it? Get it? The element Get it? Why? And you know what, Steph? Every morning I look.
Damn
I like
it.
the Huffington Post,
And
they have a comedy section.
it's not very
It's not very funny at all. It's
Yeah.
all. It's there's nothing.
Because
And I
I've
just- scrolling
there.
TMZ makes my head hurt because Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Jenner, and what's that guy's
Well, I
name?
have a funny when we go back. Well, kind of. Yeah, it's a funny.
I got stupid.
Y'all will roll with it.
Right across from you.
She left.
Yes, she did.
No, that's duh.
Now, there's a lot of these that have stupid headlines where people say,
See, I'm trying to get more camera angle, but the problem is that's a bad angle too because the camera's too high. I don't know what the actual thing is we need to do.
well,
That or I need
that's
to
great.
make
What-
sure
what
I wear.
else do you want, man?
I need to wear black shorts.
That's freaking beautiful, dude.
Well, what I'm trying to do is make it so that the camera doesn't seem so far away because it gets so grainy. So I think that'll work, huh?
Maybe a new camera.
Well, the problem is well, that is what, a year or so old. So
Hey, get this. You know how you were talking about gigabytes and all that other stuff? for
Yeah.
your live feed?
Yeah.
You know that 4K camera when it's recording?
A lot.
I'm talking about a gig.
So here's what we need to make a phone call today, Steph, if you would like to make a phone call for me and find out. See, now the $30, you only get 1 gig of data. 40, you get 3. 50, you get 5. 60, you get unlimited. But the problem is this. We need to know what the hotspot.
What the hotspot is?
No, I know what a hotspot is. Duh. We need to know. It says that, and now our 60 data plan has 33% more high speed and going from 6 to 8 gigs. I need to know how many gigs of hotspot you get, period, if you don't have the unlimited, because none of these plans tell you. See, it just says
And I know
hotspot, but it doesn't tell you how much hotspot you get.
I know when our internet was out for like 3 weeks and I was running off my phone, it never said that I was over my limit.
Right.
And that was, I mean, running the Xbox and
Need to
my
ask those questions. Yeah, but if you were running all that, then damn, you would think you'd have plenty of hotspot.
How long ago
yeah,
was
because it
that?
never went out. That was
Yeah, that's the other question.
no,
Okay.
it was just not
2015?
yes.
Okay.
Well, try
Yeah,
to
I
call
did it for
try to
3
call them on the
weeks.
phone when you leave because you have your little earbuds. Call Metro and say, at $30 a month, how many gigabytes to hotspot do I get? And then, just get them, see if they can explain that to you. I need to know what each plan's hotspot is. Because right now I'm paying $45. Remember, I paid $5 extra for download?
Mhm.
I don't need that download. You know why? Because I'm using the phone as a hotspot. I'm not downloading to the phone. So that's a waste of $5 I'm paying a month. So if I can drop down to the 30, because I don't use any of this, I only need hotspot. I need phone and hotspot. I don't
For that matter,
I don't use their data.
And for that matter, if we ever go somewhere and if it is on a limited thing,
I switched.
still
I know.
have
I've already thought about that too.
No, you can use
We'll
your
talk more about it.
computer if you have Wi-Fi.
What?
I made a phone call off my tablet, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is I need to be able to backfeed this. I'll explain when we get off air.
You don't have to.
And we're back. And we're back.
I have to
for
go
more.
to Bank of America after the show today.
Is that who you got your problems with?
Yeah, I
See,
have
I
to
had never had problems
get
with Bank of
this.
America.
After your identity gets stolen, guess what you have to do? You have to go to a brick and mortar,
Everything.
and you've got to show them ID that you are who you are.
Right. Right.
So the knuckle draggers that stole all my money have caused me all sorts of, and you got to wait for a new card. My account's frozen. The only way I can get money is go to the brick and mortar and show my IDs and redo that. New signature card, that kind of crap. Which have you ever really, when I sign for like my debit or my credit cards, I just like scribble.
Oh yeah,
Me
that
too.
way hopefully no one can mock your signature because I had a child that
The way I sign
One-
my name when I have to do a real signature,
yeah.
nobody can copy it.
Well, I had a child
And it's
that
not scribble.
copied mine pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
Now you said you had a child?
A child, yes, that copied mine really good.
You're talking about one of your children.
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So since we're on the discussion of crimes, Myrtle Beach woman faces felony for claiming rape.
Good.
How do you feel about this, people? My co-host, my listeners, how do you feel about a Myrtle Beach woman being charged with a felony for falsifying a police report? I mean, that's what she's doing.
Okay. Well, you know what? If we don't get this under control, it's going to run rampant.
And the other part is this, is if you don't make it where it's a felony, how many women are going to falsify, or how many already have?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a slippery slope we're on, because there's several times women get treated bad because of rape. But at the same time, these people can make false allegations. And for anybody that wants to try to get stupid with me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the words. If you want to get stupid with me on this conversation, I've already sat through 3 trials because one of my neighbors who was 86 years old was raped twice. And then the same rapist raped several women. He raped several women in Gwinnett County, and I was involved with those trials. And then same guy was not caught, raped 4 women in Newton County. And I sat in Newton County's courtroom too. And I made sure this guy got life with no possibility of parole because I was part of these trials. So for the first person who wants to tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you can go ahead and kiss my butt. I'm not, this ain't the funny part of the show. Yeah. But seriously, I would like to know how many people feel like falsifying these things should cause her to have a felony. Because think about this, is if you made up a story, you just ruined a dude's life.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he got a mistrial in this area, you would still just be known as the guy that raped the girl.
Oh yeah.
And you'd go,
he was never convicted, but I heard, even if it was a story that got twisted 1,000,000 times, the public opinion would be, well, you know what I heard. So how does everybody feel about that? Anybody want to get in on this?
Well, I think they should be charged with a felony because I had an incident, Travis and I had an incident where we were trying to help some people out, and they were basically trying to steal the vehicle that we were trading to them and not give us the vehicle. And they started telling all kind of rumors and took TPOs out against Travis and I and falsified documents, and nothing was done to them. Absolutely nothing was done to them.
Right.
But this was after they had already said through the neighborhood that we threatened to have our mafia friends come burn their house down. And
you got some mafia friends?
Yeah. And I was a school teacher at the time. That's cool. That's when I was at Heritage.
Here's one from a listener. At least the rapist was caught. My friend was raped and it was never investigated due to so many in this area. And see, that's the problem. What we're discussing is a dirty subject. There's so many people that have so many stories. The ones that haven't been investigated, the ones where the girls get treated like they did something wrong. Yeah. And then there's the ones where the girls have just made up stuff.
But this one, there wasn't actually a rapist. It was all made up.
Right. And then last night, for instance, my wife was reading something about one of the Bill Cosby things that's happening. And he's admitted now, and the girl acknowledged this, that he gave her 3 halves of a Benadryl. That's not an illegal substance.
No, it's not.
That's not a narcotic. That's not a controlling substance. That's nothing illegal. So why are they the woman trying to say what he did was criminal? That's not criminal.
Yeah.
And 3 Benadryls is not going to make you pass out like the date rape drug.
Right.
No, especially he said 3 halves.
3 halves of a Benadryl. So I'm like, what the hell? That's the way it was worded. 3 halves of a Benadryl. So I'm shaking my head.
Huh.
Well, you know what? This is one of those. You're absolutely right. Slippery slopes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put this out there. You know.
All right, hold on one time. I just want to cover this real quick. However, if she truly was a rape victim and embellishes a little, no harm, no foul, the police line concerned me more. But the problem is this. There is an innocent man that's going to be convicted.
Or at least brandished.
And have his entire life ruined. If a guy and a girl get drunk in a bar and they end up out in a parking lot and they both have sex, and then she says afterwards, oh my God, I'm married, I shouldn't have done that. She can't go home and lie to her husband and say that she was raped, and this poor guy now goes and serves time in a penitentiary because of something that just because he got drunk with a slutty girl at a bar, he's going to go to prison? That's not right.
No.
You know where it's really, really big is in the military, unfortunately. It's huge for female soldiers. But the point I was going to make was...
What's huge? Rape or falsifying?
Rape.
Okay. That's what I'm asking.
So I think it's...
I've watched a couple of 60 Minutes on stuff like that before where the women they don't get taken serious when they go to report it. And because it's the good old boy system, nobody wants to lock up the fella brother.
Absolutely. Or they cover for each other. Here's the point I was going to make is, well, not according to Alex, but I am a firearms instructor. And I've got a pretty extensive background.
And what's that got to do with all this?
Well, let me finish. I've got an extensive background in martial arts and some, grappling stuff. I will openly offer myself, and also the self-defense class over at the Aikido school. I will openly, if anyone has this happen to them where they've been raped or they think someone's following them or they think somebody's stalking them, get in touch with me.
Kimberly Morgan said she had to pull her. I've read it a little while ago. She's like, I pulled my 9 again.
Yeah.
Because she has weirdos stalking her.
If this is the case, and you contact me and we'll set it up. I'm not charging anything. I feel this is my civic duty, and I will teach you to the best of my knowledge. I cannot imagine what it must be like to have somebody take that from you. And they say it's not a crime of passion. It's a crime of controlling someone and stuff like that. And you know what? there is just no way in my mind, my little pea-sized brain here, there is no way that somebody is only going to do this once.
Right.
Once they jump that line where they take it from somebody,
right,
it's on like Donkey Kong. So if there's anybody out there that needs help in those areas, whether it's firearms, grappling, self-defense, or the Aikido school self-defense class, give me a call, contact me on Facebook, whatever, and I'll gladly help.
Right. Okay. So here we got historically women can pick up the phone and allegedly, and basically what this is, and I'm just giving you the fast version, and make allegations, and the public would destroy him beyond repair. So that's from one person talking about the girl falsifying rapes. And and now because we're kind of in between two subjects, right, because you got the girl that's claimed it, but then like right here we know Miss Morgan has already said that she has a little bit of a creeper following her around. So right now it feels great when you have a creeper. This has happened twice already this week. Pull out the 9mm and suddenly they disappear.
There you go.
But that's the problem. That is the entire problem. My wife has had that problem at work with weirdos that have walked up and asked one of her fellow employees, like, is Crystal here? And they'll point or she's not here right now. And then they say they just watched the creeper just kind of walk around the store. And, like Kim, to look at what she has to deal with.
Well,
if she's already said 2 weeks ago that she had a creeper, now here's twice in 1 week. Go ahead.
If I only asked like twice where Crystal was. I don't know why this is such a big deal.
Okay, that's not necessarily the conversation.
Let me tell you something. If anybody ever did something to Crystal, y'all know Thursday is freaking visitation day in Rockdale County, right?
Well,
I'll kill us.
there's already been, several
Remember?
guys that have went and sat in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
And
you just call me.
What I'm saying is a couple of good guys. One of my friends named Kenny, he went and sat in the parking lot for like a week.
Yeah.
When we had this one stalker, the weirdo that had got out of prison and wasn't even supposed to be on a computer.
My God, yeah, and was posting pictures with like little girls.
Well, he was sending all sorts of nasty stuff to people and basically describing through emails. And my wife was 1 out of 40 that he was doing this to in this area. And he was basically describing how he was going to. He never said the word rape, but basically that's the image that he painted. If when I get a hold of you, this is what I'm going to do. And there's one of my sponsors, his wife was being bothered by this guy. I don't want to throw out names.
Wasn't it really crazy too? Because nobody was for a while there was law enforcement was not getting involved.
No. But here's what happened. So friends of mine started sitting in that parking lot, sending me messages going, "Hey, tell your wife if they see a dude in this pickup truck, that's just me watching to make sure she makes it to her car." So we ended up having 3 or 4 different people within 2 weeks sitting in the parking lot, making sure my wife got in the car. We then turned around and called. My wife actually picks up the phone and calls his parole board because we found out that he wasn't even supposed to be on a computer.
Right.
So she calls the parole board and tells them what's going on. We send copies of the email sent to her, but then we also had everybody else that had bad messages. Excuse me as I cough, y'all. Pardon me. All the people that had bad messages sent to them were snapshotting it forward, and we were then forwarding it to the parole board.
Right.
The parole board sends U.S. Marshals down to get him.
Good.
His dumbass sister, who works on 278. I'm not going to name her business.
I will.
But it's on 278.
But Vander Holyfield's doing a new commercial for him right now. Just figure that one out for yourself. But she was the one screaming, he does nothing wrong. He's never hurt anybody. But meanwhile, she was letting this fool live in her house while he was using her internet and messaging all these women describing how he was going to rape them. And she went across Facebook telling us that that's all lies, that we're all lying. No, duh, we got the pictures of it. Regardless, the day that the people went down there with the guns and the badges to arrest him, she went on Facebook going, "My house is being raided. Don't even know why."
I do.
Come on, man. You let a convicted idiot who had already been in jail for stalking women and abusing women. Anyways, next subject. But again,
I'm trying
Miss Morgan is having to deal with a stalker, and
I'm trying to post a video right now.
Pop a cap. I mean, literally, if the fella keeps doing it, the best thing for you to do is get some video of the guy. Make sure that you clearly in front of witnesses tell him to leave you alone. Make sure it's very clear that you're telling him to leave you alone. You go file a TPO. He violates your personal space again, and you feel your life is in danger. Hey,
I'm gonna.
You do whatever you feel you have to do if you feel like your life is in danger.
I'm gonna post this. This is a commercial it's in Finnish. In Finland, the Finnish media teaches citizens how to protect themselves against rape. And I want everybody to know that this isn't a joke. This was really on Finnish TV. And basically what they're telling women to do is to use hand signals.
I'm going to use a car.
Yeah. That literally telling people that they should use.
And what's the hand signals?
Let me tell you something. You reach in my car door and the car's running, me and you going for a ride. All I can tell you is you better hang on, because I'm going to, especially if you're hanging on to the left side, I'm going to wipe you down the side of this F-350 that I'm pulling up next to, or I'm going to run you into the side of a building or a telephone pole. You hold on for dear life, because you're going to need it. They're going to pull me over, and there's going to be a left arm hanging out of my window and a body on the other end of 278.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna pull into the Covington PD, and they're gonna say, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna I got to report a hand in my car. I think the body's back there at Crystal's
I
somewhere.
just put it on Just for Fun Radio.
Walgreens. Go check in Walgreens parking lot.
So if you want to look at it or something like that, or post it so people can see it, it is amazing. But you know what? When you see how people are treating folks in Europe, how women are being raped by a certain religious demographic.
I wanted to cover this before we got it because I know you're going to the religious stuff for a second. You just brought to mind something else. What if little brother / big brother, dad, whoever, etc., family members, paid a lethal visit to the accused man of said falsified information? Talking about the lady that's accusing people of rape that's from Myrtle Beach. So what if this woman's false allegations cause a man to get a beat down?
Yeah.
Not
or
counting.
worse.
Yeah, not counting worse. So, we got the two subjects going, the one of the woman that's falsifying information and then also women having to deal with stalkers.
Well, what about her before they know? What about her big brother? What about her father not knowing it's false yet and doing something?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a little confused.
Yeah, what if my little sister gets raped and I decide to go down there and handle it for myself and come to find out it's all lies?
That could be bad.
That could be real bad.
Now, what if it's real though? How do you feel about that?
If it's real,
vigilante justice.
Yeah, but is it right? I don't know.
No, absolutely, it's not right. It's against the law. But you know what? Touch my daughter, and my daughter's 26, and she'll.
And see, here's from somebody right now, and it's a female that says serves her right. She needs her ACE, ACE beat too.
Yeah. So, hey, women want to, I think you need to go to the draft, and I think you.
Ben says, besides the false report would destroy an innocent man's life
and reputation.
And I've got one reply from Jessie and said, she said 4 men raped her.
Wow.
4 men. Oh my God. You're not just talking one life destroyed. You're talking 4 families, 4 lives. And when you say a family, think about it this way. If I was accused of such, it would not only would destroy my family, as in, my mother or my father, it would also go into Crystal's family. So it not only would destroy, it would destroy how my stepkids looked at me. It would destroy how the grandchildren. It would destroy how my mom looks at me, how my aunts look at me. It would destroy how everybody's. You are not talking one person's life you've destroyed.
Right.
One false allegation towards the wrong man could destroy 30 people.
Absolutely.
And again, we're on 2 conversations at the same time. We're talking about the lady that's the Myrtle Beach lady faced with felony for falsifying rape. And then we were also, since we were on that type of subject, was bringing up the fact of
stalkers.
A friend of ours that's being stalked.
Which those are.
And what sucks is it's such a double-edged sword. Women should never feel scared. They should not have to feel scared walking out of the house. They should not feel scared to have to deal with anything. That's what sucks.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Well, and then if the clothes they wear is provocative, that causes.
And see, a lot of people say that, but my opinion on that, just because a woman dresses inappropriately does not give a man the right to take.
I agree 100%.
Well, y'all don't remember the story, but the time that me and Beth had went to Walmart, I don't like door dingers, so I parked out. So as she was getting out, she had on her little stretchy yoga-looking pants with boots up to her knees and a short shirt, and in my words, her little tight button or crack hanging. And I'm like, Beth, I watched these two guys pull up and get smart. And I saw them as the window was down, watched them yelling. And I said, see, this is the problem that causes.
Absolutely.
Like at the time she was 14 or 15. And I said, this is why I keep telling you don't need to dress like you're going out to the bar or out to the club. Yeah. And you're 14 years old. So as we're walking into Home Depot, these 2 cats were in front of me, and I walked straight. We went right down the light bulb aisle. These guys kind of went to the right, went right down the paint aisle, but there's really only one aisle between us. So we get down to the other end of the aisle. I turn right, and I'm now in the big walkway aisle. And one of them got smart, and I looked up, and I told him to shut the F up. I said, do you realize this is my 14-year-old daughter, and that makes you a pedophile? And he starts running in his mouth. He starts coming down to the edge. I done bumped my right elbow on my Glock. I'm getting ready to pull my Glock. And he kept walking, and he kept getting louder, and I started yelling, and I made sure everybody in the store stopped and walked over to see what was fixing to happen, because there was fixing to be 2 guys jump on me. I wanted to be very clear. If I felt life threatened, I need to shoot one. So I'm yelling, "You're a pedophile. You're yelling obscene things to my 14-year-old girl." I said, "Does this make you feel like a man?" I said, "You're disgusting." And all these people started walking up and watched him. He said, "I'll kill you." I said, "You keep coming towards me.
Yep.
You keep walking towards me." And the second one started walking towards me, and I bumped that gun again. You seen it come out from under my shirt, and I said, "You keep walking towards me." I said, "The best thing for you to do, you sicko." I said, "Is this how you talk to all little kids?" And I was just on that kind of roll, calling him a pervert, a child molester. And everybody in the store was looking at him, and he kept walking. And then his buddy said, "I think we need to go." I said, "You need to get the F out of here." I said, "Because if this is how you act towards women, let's just say I didn't handle it very well."
No.
Me?
No, not you.
But Steph said she don't think women should take responsibility for the way they dress. But I'm not sure about that.
No, I don't think it gives a man the right to rape a woman because of what she has on.
I don't think it does either. But
what about honor? What about defending
but
people's honor?
let's look at it this way. And y'all, and I'm devil's advocate here. If I take a chicken and I rub blood all over it and I throw it out in the backyard, can I be surprised that a coyote comes out and eats it?
No.
So can I be surprised?
No.
That's the problem.
In all honesty, no. But
that's the problem, though. When you get to these idiots like the ones that followed us, and that was talking smack to my daughter, those men were absolutely disgusting pigs, animals. Those are like the lowest form of life on this earth. Mm-hmm. What do you think they would have been saying and doing to my daughter if I wouldn't have been standing there? Oh, hey, girl, let me holler at you. Come here, let me get some of that. That's what they would have been doing.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, it would have been
If my daughter would have been by herself, what would have happened that day? 14 years old. If I would have told her, I'm going this direction, and she said, I'm going to the bathroom. What if I would have turned right? She would have went straight towards the back to go to the bathroom. These two CS would have met up with her in the next aisle. So why is it that she couldn't even be safe to go into Home Depot? But that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, I'm not saying it's right. Definitely, I'm not saying it's right.
It's I don't know, but you know what?
And I also have about the guy with the false allegations. It would also be an arrest on their record, even if it was dropped and it was found to be false. It would still show that they were arrested, and that's what they were brought in there for.
You can have it redacted, but that is quite of a process. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here, since we brought it up, I know we're almost out of time here, but okay, when women dress like that, and I'm not going to say inappropriately because that's not fair. I know some absolutely stunningly beautiful women, and when they dress provocative, I mean, sometimes, and I mean, I worked in an adult club for almost 6 years. Jeez, it's very difficult to go out with women like that. It is, because I feel the need to try to defend honor. Whereas some other guy probably wouldn't give a crap. But the things that men say to women they don't know will floor you.
Oh, I agree.
Will floor you. And because of my, I don't get along well with people. I don't get along well with others. I don't play. I don't share.
You don't play well with others.
I have a problem with authority. Blah, blah, blah. But when women dress, extremely provocative. Now, look, Steph, I 100% agree that does not give a man a right to
it does not.
Rape. But let's say this: the reason why I don't take my drone, my expensive drone, and leave it on the top of my car with all the equipment and the controller and the tablets and all that other stuff out in front of a convenience store in Decatur. You said that was a poor analogy, but
that just paints the picture is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if I'm dressing like that, this is going to be tough because I'd be an ugly chick. If I'm dressing like that, isn't there? Come on, there's got to be some responsibility. Look, I love women that dress attractively. Not
Well, it kind of goes
totally-
back to you need to know your surrounding. But unfortunately, like for instance, these girls that are going to the gym, me and my wife were standing somewhere yesterday, and I did a double take at this girl that comes walking by. What the hell happened there? Did you see
Why
the
is it
camera?
shaking?
That is spooky.
You think it's an earthquake?
I hope it's not touching the table. Wow, that is crazy that just anybody that's watching video,
Yeah. Well, you see that the lights flicker too.
The-
I wonder if it was a little earthquake.
the camera system, I look over and the tripod
Everything was
is
shaking.
swinging left to right.
My
Everything was
laptop.
shaking.
My laptop wasn't
No, that
shaking.
was all by itself, and the dog's locked up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So who just hit it? Grandma. So, anyways, we're
Hey,
standing.
Grandma.
We're standing somewhere. You could tell this woman did not go to the gym. Excuse me. At present moment, she had not been to the gym. She did not have the look of already been to the gym. Maybe she was heading to the gym after she left Walmart. I don't know. But as she comes walking by, I wanted to start singing the Camel Toe song in my ears. And I am sitting here thinking, oh my God, look at how you're dressed and you're in Walmart.
Ding dingy.
Just for fun.
Hey, I was calling to talk about the provocative dressing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, you know, you sit there and as you said, you open the door. If you open the door and you present yourself as that person, you're going to get that attention. And it's no different than if you're a gun advocate and you sit there and you post, you know, gun supporting type things on your
Facebook, and then
Instagram
people come
or
at
your
you.
Facebook.
Right, right.
And people come at you. You're opening yourself up for that. I keep it to myself. I'm a damn big gun advocate, but I'm not going to sit there and point it out to where everybody else knows what
That's
I
right.
have and when I
That's
have
right.
it and how I carry it.
And see, I post a target on my back for everything. I've got people bitching and complaining every day because I'm busting out the school buses speeding, but nobody else is speaking up for it. So in my business, I am very vocal about guns and I'm very vocal about everything. And of course, a lot of people such as yourself, you don't want to advertise all that.
Right. But I will be the first person to stand up and stand for it.
Mm-hmm.
I won't sit there and stand back and say, hell no, I don't support that. No, I'm going to be the first person that stands up and you're not going to know that
That's
I was
right.
the supporter.
Right.
And I'm going to be the one that comes out of the crowd, like Mike said, that, you know, you feel the honor, the obligation to defend and honor of others. Well, when you see that happen, you're going to be the one that steps up and takes care of it. But onto the subject of women dressing provocatively, I've worked in clubs as security just the same, and I've watched it. You know, even on Mike's standards of seeing a woman on Facebook and he sits there and he's gawk-eyed over it. It's provocative. It's being put out there. If they didn't want it that way, they shouldn't do it that way.
Right.
But no, that does not give us the right to sit there and take the advantage of that person and say, all right, well, you know what? You dress sexy, so I'm going to sit there and take advantage of it.
That's right.
That's
But
not the case.
I understand that. And look, I appreciate you calling in. I really do, because this is the important part. Okay, what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying that they deserve it, but I'm saying when a woman dresses like that and she's looking at herself in the mirror when she's about to go out, she says, oh, wow, look how much cleavage or, you know, how much butt, whatever I'm showing. Isn't she doing it to attract attention?
Well,
isn't she trying to draw?
and that raises a question.
I just said.
Yeah.
Now, how about this?
They're doing that and the intentions of wanting to get that attention.
Okay, so then
And
how do you feel about this then? There's a woman that I jokingly call boobs because every time that her Facebook pictures shoot by, it's nothing but these beautiful boobs. And then all of a sudden you notice this little bit of a picture that there's a baby attached to it. 90% of the time, though, it's straight up boob pictures. Like today's a boob picture, tomorrow's a breastfeeding picture. Today's a boob picture, tomorrow's a boob picture, the next day's a boob picture. Then all of a sudden there's another one that might be a breastfeeding picture. To me, strictly my opinion, this woman is wanting the attention. Like, because half the time the picture's taken, you don't really see that there's even a baby there, but you damn sure see these boobs. So the joke's always been, damn, look what boobs posted today. Everybody wants to say, well, that's natural. It's a baby breastfeeding. some people are saying that's
But as a guy,
exploiting the
one
boobs.
thing that has drawn his attention, God, when they've sat there and made it very visual for us to sit there and want to be drawn to something. For instance, a man pays attention to a woman's breast, her hips, and her buttocks.
Right, the roundness.
I never look at none of that. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they look at the
And
roundness.
The reason why is because it's nature's calling that we know that they are childbearing for us.
Yes.
If their hips are wider, we know that they are going to be able to produce children at ease.
Wow,
We know
never
that
thought
they're
about
not
it.
going to be discomforted. And when we see the breast, we know that they're going to be full and be able to supply our children with the nourishment that they need. So that is the way that a mentality sits there and breaks it down, and that's nature. But it doesn't sit there and call it, okay, it's fine for me to sit there and rape you. Just because
I agree.
And the problem too is here we are as straight normal. I don't know how straight or how normal, but here we are as straight normal people trying to look at a twisted, sick mentality of these guys that get off on all this weird fantasizing, control, victimizing somebody kind of crap. You know, like we're straight. We're not criminals. We're straight lifed. If you want to, or normal, you can't even use normal. There's really not a definition of what us as a whole are, but we're not sick, twisted rapists. So we can't quite understand what their mind's thinking.
And I think we're trying to say that it's attracted by sex, and I think the really smart folks have already figured out
It's all about control.
It's about control, not the passion. But
That's right.
I'm here to tell you, I have seen some women that as soon as I see them, I'm thinking about how to film a porn movie or something. So.
Oh, well, great. You just totally made us sound like a bunch of whack jobs.
No, not y'all. I wouldn't have y'all. Y'all wouldn't be in the movie.
Amplifies my point is that your visuals are what takes over. And if you don't want the visuals to take over, well, I guess
Blinders.
you need to just be a Mormon and cover up and sit there and walk around with your dress down to your ankles and wear,
Ironically enough,
turtleneck.
somebody texted in, and this is what they said. They said, hold on. If we can't dress how we want without getting attacked, what does that say about our society?
Yeah.
We are no better than the Muslims. Men feel entitled, and that's a problem. It's a social.
But that gets into the part of the people that are being weird because it's all based on control, dominance, fear, terrifying.
You know what?
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
It all comes down to their mentality.
Okay, well, how about this? How about the punishment for rape?
Used to listen, I used to hear back in the day that somewhere over there that if a man was to rape a woman, that they would grease a camel down. They would put the man naked. This is back like 1800s. They would put the man naked on the camel. They would slap the camel on the ass with a cane pole. It would run through the town with everybody throwing rocks at the guy. And at the end of the ride, whatever has oil on it gets cut off. Now, that's what the claim was back in the 1800s, what they were doing to these people over there in the Arab world, if you will.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and if that is the case, if you feel obliged to have to go through life and take advantage of those that are, making themselves provocative, even though, again, as I said, if you're not wanting the attention, you don't draw the attention. But that, again, doesn't surface the fact that the person's wanting to sit there and take advantage of them just because they're drawing attention.
well,
They
all
need to draw
rapists need a
attention for
lobotomy.
confidence purposes of saying, hey, I need someone to say that I look good today.
Right. But then it's kind of like yesterday. Why? I got a text from somebody a minute ago, and it said the reason the camera went nuts was my grandma started smacking the hell out of the camera because I was. It's your grandma. You shouldn't have been looking at other women, she says. The thing like yesterday, though, we're just walking through Walmart. You're in Walmart. Why did this woman need to come in there with camel toe and dressing that way? Like, in my mind, you're on the way to the gym. Go to the gym, go home.
Yeah.
Don't you have like a big t-shirt that you should maybe put on before you get into the gym? I don't know. And who am I to say what the right thing is? But as a man, I'm going, okay, I feel a little uncomfortable because I'm trying not to stare at said object, and she still just keeps circling. Get away from me. You know, get away from me. Yeah. Don't wave a piece of meat in front of a cat and expect the cat not to eat the piece of meat. I'm not trying to make a suggestive comment. What I'm trying to say is just like I said, you bloody up a chicken, throw it in your backyard, the coyotes are going to hit it. If you're apparently this person just wanted the reaction, but this is only my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, possibly. This is a small possibly. Maybe she didn't notice. But the chances are she did notice and she wanted the attention. It's no different than the female that's that's jogging down the road. They say that a female's in her zone, that she's not worried about attention. If that was the case, they wouldn't be running with sports bras on and shorts where their ass cheeks are hanging out.
See? And again, we're all entitled. We're entitled for this opinion.
You know, I've seen plenty of them put on yoga pants, which, I mean, I'm not complaining about yoga pants.
I think every woman should wear them.
Yeah. Now here, and to kind of follow up.
They sit there and they put themselves in that position for the attention to be drawn, and then they want to get upset.
Well,
somebody is paying attention.
Here's kind of a second part to Alex's comment about, you know, a society in which we dictate what a woman wears. He said, look at the, and this is Alex from Tech Talk. Look at the increase in rapes where refugees are being.
Get closer to the mic. You keep turning.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
When the refugees, obviously a huge problem in Germany right now.
God, man, I've been reading all this stuff.
And now they want to turn 80,000 refugees out. You know, whew, have fun there. That's going to be fighting in the streets. But Alex also writes that's because they're taught that women are property. Now, the reason why I'm reading this is I think he makes a good point here. Just like the guy. Now, see this
over there, though, women are treated like property. It's only in percentages here,
right? Well, this is the real important part that I think the point that Alex is trying to make. Just like the guy that punches you for looking at his woman, he's really no different than the Muslim that looks at his women as property. That's a good point, because here I am thinking I'm defending her honor, but in reality, it does kind of come across like I'm protecting my property.
Right.
So that's a twist on.
And then he has this thing here: saggy pants equal thug, dress provocatively equals. I'm not going to go there, but it just says rape. The thing is I'm not trying to say guys wearing their stupid ass pants under their butt and their underwear hanging out where I can see it. I'm not saying that's any better.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd definitely rather look at a hot chick in sports clothes than I would a guy, you know, dressed with his ass hanging out of his pants. I can't figure out how any guy finds that manly, and I can't figure out how any woman finds that sexy.
You know, and you know me, I can talk to anybody, and I have asked numerous women, do they, and I do it in front of guys that have their pants down like that. I'll go, ma'am, can I ask you a question? And they'll say, what? And I say, do you find that attractive? And I have never had one say yes. They all always go, they look like idiots.
Yeah. The oldest stepchild child, let me word it that way, is trying to figure out how to say it and be nice about it. Zaylee's mother. She dates white trash thug. White trash, no job. They have no job. Their underwear is always hanging out of their pants. They're not productive. They're not even a productive heartbeat to the human society. And that's just what she likes to date. So if she's going to stay laid up on pills and not work, and he's going to stay laid up on pills and not work, who the hell's paying the bills? Who's feeding the baby? Oh, that's right. We got the baby.
You, everyone else.
See, that's my problem as society in a whole. We as human beings have bred mutts, garbage children of society. And no, that's not judgmental. And anybody that thinks that is judgmental, it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it.
That's right. The world according to Scotty.
Unfortunately, our TV and society is the one that keeps feeding that to them furthermore.
That's right.
You know, my kids, you know, they rarely get to watch even a bunch of shows on like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon
Right.
anymore, unless it's a cartoon. You know what I make them watch? Andy Griffith. Full
Yeah,
House.
But when they,
Yeah, but you know what sucks?
when they grow up,
Heartfelt.
But listen to this now. I watch a show that I love watching, and y'all can call me as cheesy as you want, but I like watching Melissa and Joey. I really like
Yeah.
that show. The problem is it's on the Family Channel, right? So everybody knows Family Channel. It's supposed to be family. So in the past seasons, I've noticed it was really family oriented. It was like a new version of the Brady Bunch or Leave It to Beaver or things like that were not racy. It was good television. Then I noticed over the past couple of years in the show, Joey and Melissa get married. Well, as they're getting ready to get married, there's all this discussion of sex. Then they get married and there's more discussion of sex. Now the teenager who's not married is having sex with her boyfriend. I'm like, wasn't this the Family Network? Wasn't this the Family Channel? Why are these kids watching shows that's promoting sex for teenagers?
yeah, absolutely.
And it just gets me. What happened to like the Cosby Show? The Cosby Show didn't promote all that kind of crap. So that's just another conversation for another day.
But you don't want to bring Cosby into anything right now, though.
Yeah.
He didn't promote it because he was exemplifying it outside of the Cosby Show.
Just to make a comment about something you had mentioned just a minute ago. Isn't it funny that it is more difficult to remove a child from a bad environment into a good environment than it is just for the people to maintain the child in a bad environment? It's harder to do the right thing in this country anymore. There's so much paperwork. There's court time. There's fees. There's visitations. There's defects.
Well, that's what we joke about. We go through more hell to adopt our grandbaby that we've had since she was 24 hours old. We go through more hell to get her. And then there's families we hear about that defects is not taking the kids out of the home. And we're like, you're putting us through the reamer. But then we know for a fact that this family over here where there's drugs involved and y'all won't even go down there and investigate it. That's a whole nother subject. So how about this from a listener? Back when Oprah was on, she had a show about rape. And they said that they look for girls in yoga pants or loose pants and ponytails because they are easy to grab and easier to get their pants off without as much struggle. You make sense of that?
Yeah.
A ponytail's a grabbing object. And as strange as this sounds, I've had that discussion in a different manner. When I was a teenager, when I would get in street fights with people, it was easier to fight the guy in the hoodie. Do you know why?
Pull it over his head.
Because you can pull that over his head hockey style.
No. All I have to do is get close enough to his face where I can take my fist and shove it past his throat into his hoodie, grab hoodie, twist the hoodie, and I now have him locked. A, I'm now choking him with his own hoodie, and two, wherever I yank the hoodie, he went. So with that being said, similar to this conversation, if I got a girl in loose pants, I know I can get her pants off. I know I can grab her and hold her. If she's got a ponytail, you automatically got a handful of hair right there. So this conversation that this listener just typed actually is pretty graphic to being true. That is stuff.
We actually used to practice that in Aikido when my daughter and I were training together. We had a defense line, and I'd tell her to turn around, and I'd grab that ponytail. And Sensei Ginger and Sensei Mike had actually worked with her to get her to understand a defensive technique. So regardless of how someone's going to attack you, there is a way to protect yourself and to counterattack. I want women to understand that, because there are a lot of women that their answer to all this is going to be, I'm just not going to go out. And that's the wrong answer.
Right. I got to pull up this picture a listener just sent and says, is this too provocative? So anybody that's on the YouTube, I'm going to shoot this picture up. He says, is this picture too provocative?
That's horrible.
So it's a listener. So I'm going to feed into it a little bit because it is a listener.
You're terrible.
Is this too provocative? So he's wanting to know, is that too provocative to wear out in public? So we're going to, why am I terrible? Because I showed it?
Yeah.
It's from a listener.
Okay, well, I just got one from a listener too. All right.
Our phones are getting nailed right now.
Okay.
This is a touchy subject.
This is what I just got.
Everybody
Look,
see how I did that, right? This is a touchy subject.
Look, that's what I just got.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's not naked.
No, but she's hot,
she's
and
in
she
a-
better not go to Walmart dressed
Yeah,
like that.
She's in a bathing suit, basically, and she's asking a question. But see what she's doing? She's being extremely provocative in what she's doing.
And see, one of the young ladies that has sent me the message that said about Oprah. Now, this is a girl that is, she falls under the attractive scale, and she gets harassed as well. You know what I mean? She should have an opinion as well. So I know you're listening. So type whatever your thoughts are, because, you know, her and her boyfriend are engaged, I believe, and they, I'm sure she deals with it. I'm sure she deals with it all the time, because guys will cross a line.
Oh yeah. they'll-
Stephanie never has that problem though.
No, that's a lie. That's not true.
Statistics on that though, they show that the average rape is actually for a certain certain time frame of day, which would actually fall into when women dress up provocatively. It falls into a certain age group, which would indicate how they were raised. I mean, they've done the study showing, I think it was like 2009 or 13, that it was like the age of 16 to 19. Well, I mean, that took the parents actually raising the kid to that point
Right.
and teaching them what was right or wrong. Then after that, it jumps up to the highest age group is in their mid to late 20s and 30s. So at that point, that's their party staging. They're going out and they're needing to feel sexy.
Right.
So they're sitting there putting themselves out as being provocative. There's also an increase in August and a decrease in December. Bless you. And so there's again, like I said, there's an increase in August because that's the hottest time of year. That's when people are at the beach. That's when they're dressing sexier because they can take more off. And then there's a decrease in December, January, because that's when they're putting more clothes on. And then the average time frame of it is between 6 p.m. and midnight. Going out being provocative, out past the time that everybody knows nothing good happens after midnight.
Right.
I disagree.
Well, I actually had a.
All right. You know what, Mike? Just because Pornhub sits there and shows that the average time that someone goes on is midnight, and you're the average timer,
right?
You know.
The average.
Now, let me
time.
ask you a question, and be honest with me. Do you think I look at porn?
I mean, from what you sit there and speak of, I wouldn't put it past you. But then I don't know you enough. I haven't been around you, and I haven't seen, more or less your outside demeanor of being outside the radio.
Yeah, because right now you got to remember you're on the show, so nobody really knows you. They only know what they think they see on the show.
So do you think I look at porn?
Yes.
We know you look at porn. Stephanie, you belong to sheepdoesiteasy.com.
No, it's pigs.
You give me 2 weeks outside of the radio, just hanging out with you, me and you shooting the crap every day, and I'll have a good idea of what you do.
I'm going to go with no. That sounded a little creepy.
But I'm saying I would have a good idea of
I understand.
tendencies of what you're going to be doing. And then from that point, I can make a educated guess of saying yes or no.
Well, I can tell you I can tell you the real Mike doesn't look at porn. But I can tell you that military Mike does. No, I'm joking. No, I don't partake. I worked in an adult club in Atlanta for about five and a half years.
Of course he looks at porn. I remember him saying he ran some porn sites or something.
I did. When I was working at the club down there in Atlanta, I not only did I probably had 30 or so porn sites. I also
Okay, let's get off of that conversation. We're
I'm just
10:20.
saying. Yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
because
it was
I got
exploitation.
from a listener that anyone that rapes someone should be tied to a stake, and the victims be allowed to do whatever makes them feel better to them.
But see, here's the thing. People say you should cut off their junk. Well, yes, but that's still not going to change what's wrong in their brain. They're still going to want to do it. You can cut off their hands. They're still going to want to do it. You go back to how they did it in the 20s and the 30s with the weird sadistic science of lobotomy and just fix it where the guy just drools on himself for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Well, see,
that
I
also
had
goes to the fact of with putting a pedophile in prison. You took him away from it. You got him away from it. But if he gets out, he's right back into that same mentality.
I think all these cats that say rapist and child pedophiles should not be in gen pop, meaning general population. I think that's a lie. I think anything you've done that's illegal, you should get put in a cage with all the rest of them. And if you get hurt, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. Didn't you hurt somebody? I think once you commit those kind of violent felonies, you shouldn't even have any rights. The Bill of Rights should not apply to you. The constitutional rights should not apply to you. You shouldn't have anything applied to you but some Neosporin.
Yeah, and I actually had
or some Vaseline.
I had an individual, I'm not going to call him a gentleman because a gentleman doesn't do that, that actually I was riding on the four-wheeler and came up on him in the woods, and he turned and shook his junk at me and said, "Do you want some of that?" And when I told the judge said, "Why didn't you just back that four-wheeler up and run over him?"
Right.
Well, I'm in the woods, and I don't know.
Because then also he would be suing you for charges of, assault with a deadly weapon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, hey, here comes from the girl that I said that had sent me a message, and she's an attractive woman. So this is straight from a source, if you will. I think girls don't notice who is looking at them, or at least I don't. But she says, I can tell you, my man sees when other men are looking at me, and we as women should be more aware.
Now, does he get upset when?
But us guys, the reason we know, but the catch is the reason we know guys are looking at our old lady is because we're also the same guys that are looking too.
At their old lady.
I mean, that's how we know. We know how the guys are getting away with it because we do it ourselves.
Now, the guy in question here, does he get upset when other people look at his woman, or does he say, I'm proud of how beautiful she is and other women?
Here's how I am. If you don't cross a line, you can stare all day long because I'm just laughing at you. You just want some of my Kool-Aid, and I know that. Actually, you want to dip in some of my old lady's Kool-Aid, but until you cross a line and either say something offensively or go way too far with the weird stare and like following us around the store, once you cross a line with me, then I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm the lucky bastard and you're not.
Isn't it funny? I always talk crap, about how beautiful your wife is and this and that. But when she's in a room, I don't say anything.
I know.
Your wife is so stunningly beautiful that I am almost speechless around her. I truly am. Yeah, it's
You're
crazy.
like Raj on.
Actually, when my wife comes in the room, and this is Mike.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
Well, in my head.
Of course, in his head, because there's nothing about him being 80-pound and Asian.
Yeah, it is so weird. Whenever she walks in the room, it's just like a clam up. It's pathetic.
All right, Mister, thanks for calling in. Hey, we got to start boogieing to end this puppy. We've went over 30 minutes. I hate to cut you short, but it's been great that you called, though, man. It's awesome that you called in because, this has been a subject that's just been lighting it up. We've got people, because a lot of people keep their identity hid, so they don't want to call. But, a lot of people are chiming in through messaging right now saying, oh, my God, I keep saying I'm going to turn the radio off, and I can't turn it off because everybody keeps texting and calling in,
Yeah, and I have Denise wants to know who's on the phone.
I just got Brett. He's up in the Woodstock area.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is from the girl, the lady again. Like you said, only if the line is crossed. So that's when her man gets mad. Only if the line is crossed.
And that's how my standpoint is. I'll go out with my girlfriend, and she'll be looking damn good, and I know it's mine. I'm the one going home with it.
Yeah, but isn't it difficult?
Posts stuff on the internet that's provocative. I'll sit there and I'll call her out on it. I'll tell her, why are you sitting there doing that? That's my eyes. That's for my eyes only.
Yeah.
And see, then that raises the question too, mostly on the respect. Okay, we're fixing to take this to a deep level. Everybody hold tight because I'm going to piss some people off. It becomes a situation of, if my woman respected me, a lot of that kind of stuff wouldn't be posted on the internet because she would respect me enough to not do that. So I wouldn't have to worry about my wife sending pictures to somebody or posting something on a page because I want to believe she respects me enough not to do that. Now that's just an opinion. I'm not pointing at anything. I'm not speaking bad about anybody. I'm just simply saying as a suggestive, as the part of the story, part of what we're discussing is most of the time, if your woman respects you and it's an equal 100%, because, you know, I hear people say relationships are 50-50. It's give and take. No, it's not. It's 100 and 100 because if she's not giving 100, then I'm getting shortchanged.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just saying it should be a situation of hopefully you don't have to worry about your person posting anything like that. Like if me and my wife, let's just go ahead and throw this out here. You know, if me and my wife has an argument, nobody knows about it.
That's right.
I don't need to discuss it with everybody. When you start having an argument with your significant other and you start sharing it with your friends will give you an opinion. But their opinion is only based on their life choices. So if you've got the single friend and you're bitching about something your old lady did, your single friends dump her, you don't need her, you're this, you're that. Then you have to wonder one of two things. Is your single friend wanting you to go partying with him on the weekends, or is he wanting you out of the house so he can go party with your old lady?
Right.
Message. Because 90% of the time, when you start sharing all your personal problems with your friends, they get all up in your Kool-Aid and they screw you up. And then you have to say this. If you were so great with relationships, why are you single? Because if you were so great with relationships, you wouldn't be single and I wouldn't have to be listening to your crap anyways.
Yeah, I try not to give relationship advice.
No doubt. I've seen how yours works.
Yeah. Isn't there something we're supposed to be doing today?
Yeah, man. We got to get out here. Thanks for calling in.
Isn't there something?
I'll see you later.
Isn't there something we're supposed to be doing today?
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to go pee, man. Like, I'm dying over here. I was dying. Let's shoot off the commercial real quick. Don't go anywhere. Like, we've overshot everything. All the commercials are playing. We overshot literally everything. We went over. Give us just a few seconds, everybody. It's just for fun in the morning, and we will be right back. I'm just trying to get all these commercials pulled back over here. We truthfully just went way too far. We'll be right back, everybody. It's just fun in the morning. God, I gotta pee.
My baby, you see my baby? She got a pink Arts bandana, got washed, and she got her nails clipped, and she got them painted red. She's still wearing the bandana. She likes it.
I gotta pee. Look, this ain't touching nothing. So, oh my God, come here, look at this stuff. You really want to freak out?
Yep.
You gotta stand up.
I'm trying.
So look, it was sitting on that. That leg was dead center of them two balls. Now how did it move? How did it move?
Grandma didn't like what you was talking about. She said you was being bad. Bad.
That's just crazy, isn't it?
What?
I mean, the way that some guys, the way that they, well, you know, like in the club, okay, if they spend money on a girl, and then when the money was gone, they walked away, they would get pissed off. There's a lot of times guys would go over to the tables and go, hey, back over here with me. That's been $100.
Yeah, but that's business, man.
That's business. But the point I'm trying to say is a violent rape or a rape that's how in the world think at night by herself. And you know what? Having a girlfriend with you. I mean, I think Alex just said, hey, women aren't these little fragile little things. Yeah, well, there are some, the fragile little things.
You can tell the gate on his microphone. I got it shut because with the headphones on, and I couldn't hear nothing. No lights were going up, so I had to turn that on.
I can barely hear myself today. My dad came.
Can you hear me good, or you can't hear yourself good?
No, I can hear y'all great. I can't hear myself.
That's weird.
But I know I'm loud, so I figured.
Yeah, because there was a couple of times that you got pretty loud and it was hurting my.
Yeah, it was over distortion. I got to get the compression set better.
It was like.
But it's too much moving back and forth. That's why I said you got to stay steady on the mic. You got to learn mic control. Mike has to learn mic control. Mike needs control.
See, look.
Control.
Look at that. Look what she just sent me.
Holy mustard! Who sent that?
That's a friend of mine. She's trying to make a point. Okay.
Well,
so,
she made a point.
Yeah. She's trying to make a point. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
And she can go out in that.
But it's such a fine line.
Yeah, but okay. See, in this case, she's recently.
Is she watching video or just listening to that? Okay, we'll go back with it, or not. It's up to you if you want to talk about it.
I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she's trying to make a point. She's like, "Why can't I wear this out? Why do I have to go out in fear of being raped?"
Nobody says that you should be raped.
I'm wearing.
Nobody says you should be raped, though.
Without a bra on and a pair of shorts, it's 65 degrees outside.
Nobody said that you shouldn't be raped.
Well,
I mean, it should be raped.
She's saying that she
I know.
feels like she can't leave the house like that. She's like she can't even.
All right, we're back, everybody.
Yeah, and I had a funny before we got all.
All right, so
serious.
let's get away from the funnies. I mean, get away from serious real quick.
Okay, so. Okay. So everybody knows that when you're pregnant, you want to read to your baby.
You are trying to call is not reachable.
What are you
Oh my
doing?
God! You saw what the hell I was doing.
The love.
Oh, I see now. Oh, okay. But you want to read to your baby so they can get used to your voice and all that, and it's supposed to make the baby smarter. Well, now they have invented a object called the baby pod, to where the mother inserts it in the vajayjay.
Why are you carrying this stuff? Don't save this for tomorrow morning. Don't no. Because we're going to get way too graphic with this today. And it's 10:33. And we've been talking about rape all morning. Don't put these two conversations on the same show.
Well, it
Please,
just wants
God,
to play music
tomorrow.
for the baby.
Tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
So anyways, Jacob, I need you to call me because, yes, your phone's off. I just called it and I found out. He said the bill is screwed up.
Yeah.
So does your phone not work then?
I was about to say, you know what they call that when your bill is.
No, I know his phone's not working, but is there a phone you can call us from is what I'm asking.
Isn't there a pay phone that's at a lower level?
Could you shut up?
I just got that.
You're an idiot.
Mike? Mike is an idiot.
That's military, Mike. Hey, check it out. Look at the way I'm wearing my hat and my headphones, and watch this. Who am I? I'm doing an impression.
I don't know. Who are
The
you?
guru.
Yeah. It looks just like Jacob, doesn't it?
No, I don't know.
Your nose isn't long enough.
I don't know that it looks just like Jacob, fool.
Yeah, you don't look
Hey,
like.
look,
you don't
I got
look like the penguin.
I got a tattoo of
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
No. Wait.
That looks like
Gene
Simmons.
The guru has Ron Jeremy. Mike would have John Holmes.
Got that right, brother.
Mike would have John Holmes down his arm.
Wow, I couldn't talk about having your baby listen to music, but you're talking about John Holmes.
All I said was a name. You planned on describing where some baby was listening to music from. That's for tomorrow's
Check
show.
this out. I'm the guru. Look,
Okay, damn it.
And then I've got a tattoo of Gene Simmons, because that tattoo of Ron Jeremy is terrible.
So his phone is cut off, so we cannot call him and say happy birthday. We have been letting him stew
all day,
all morning, because we were not going to call him until the last minute, just for fun.
Hey, so following up on what Stephanie was talking about.
Oh, God.
I actually covered that a few weeks ago on Tech Talk. But last night, go watch last night's replay. We're talking about this new virtual reality sex machine.
Okay, we're not talking about that at this time. Call me tomorrow with this.
Or we'll talk about it tonight. But
Yes.
I got to do my impression.
Save that for tomorrow morning because that way we can be a little more risque. But right now it's 10 something. We can't be.
Look,
Well, I'm going to send you a link, and you need to go look at this.
Okay,
It's the
send it to me.
creepiest-
Okay,
It's the creepiest thing you've ever seen.
sounds good.
Well, yeah, send it to
All
us
right,
and
bye.
we can talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we just can't
Right.
talk about it live. Not
Look.
right now.
Look, I'm doing an impersonation
Shut
of Jacob.
up,
I
Mike.
got a Coke.
That's
I
what
got a
she
Coke
said.
tattoo.
Kiss my butt.
I got a Coca-Cola tattoo.
I'm
It's an
muting Mike in
advertisement.
just a second. Okay, so we're out of here. What we've done is all morning people kept saying, "What are y'all gonna do to Jacob?" I said nothing. We're not gonna call him. We're not gonna speak about it. We're not even gonna say it's his birthday. We're just gonna let him sit here the whole show and go, "Why are these guys not saying nothing?"
And it was so funny because he was like, "I got a toothache on my birthday," like trying to remind us how pathetic.
Like it didn't pop up in our news feed, Jacob.
Jesus.
But we were just messing with you,
How
Jacob.
old are you? How old are you, Jacob? Let us know how old you are, and let us know if there's like dogs have 7 years. Is there something for handicapped folks? I mean, is there like
You're
a conversion?
sick.
Oh,
I'm just asking.
You're sick, dude.
Okay,
you
that was
you
so
should have not
wrong.
gone
I'm
there.
just
All right,
asking.
hey, we're gonna play this for you. Hold on.
Oh, sexy
Why is it not playing?
Uh-huh.
That's not good. Let's try this one then. How come? Oh, here, I see what it is.
Oh,
Wrong button.
wrong button. Uh-huh.
touching the wrong button.
Uh-huh. That happens a lot.
Shut
At
up.
least it wasn't the wrong button.
Greetings. This is Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith and Commander of the Galactic Empire. It was during my meditation that I sensed a great disturbance in the Force. It was then I realized it was your birthday. Most impressive. Your age has increased your control of your emotions. This will give you a clearer path to the dark side. But before that, let me deliver you this specialized message. Compliments of the Galactic Empire. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Shut up.
Happy birthday from the dark side.
Shut up.
Happy birthday to you.
That's what she said.
Remember, with control of your fear and anger, the dark side will be a powerful ally. Join me as we conquer the galaxy and buy vast amounts of lottery tickets. If you're not of legal age, then we shall use the Force to have others buy them for us. Consider it. Until then, have a happy birthday.
So happy birthday.
That's what she said.
All right, here's one more.
Celebrate you.
Aw.
Put a couple candles on.
Aw.
That.
It's Mr. Rogers
When
singing
it
happy
comes
birthday.
time to light the candles, if you
All right, here's this one though. This is Marilyn Monroe.
I love this one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
That's what she said.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
All
Marilyn.
right, so there you go. Happy birthday to the guru of rock and roll, Jacob.
That's what she said.
There you go. Happy birthday. And we would have messed with you, but of course you had no phone. And we kind of messed with you because we let you wait till the last minute of the show to say anything.
Yep.
Yeah, and he said he's glad he doesn't have a phone. Yeah, right. Whatever.
Well, you know you wanted to hear us call you.
Well, that
Call you what?
he
Oh, sexy boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Oh, sexy girl.
Now do it again.
Oh, sexy boyfriend.
Oh my God. Now say it like a redneck.
Hey, you gonna take that dip out your mouth?
Oh my God.
that really did.
That's better than what I thought. I thought she's gonna go, hey cousin, pass me the tater salad, give me a smooch.
Well, you know, Jacob is my dirty little secret.
I do I want to know?
Jacob knows.
And now we got duh friggin' niece. I didn't get that sheet on my birthday,
Yeah,
but I did get Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
Did you get a paddling? I got a paddling.
No, that's tomorrow. Thanks, by the way. I was trying to let her forget about it.
Oh,
Thanks.
well, you know, my hip's still sore from.
Whoa!
Hey, we don't need to know nothing about you slinging a hip.
Hey.
You know, they usually shoot a horse when he loses a shoe.
No,
All right,
you
everybody,
just
we're going to get
gonna
out of
shoot
here.
it.
It's just fun in the morning. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We did have a little bit of a hot topic this morning.
Yeah.
Miss Morgan, text anybody if you ever need somebody. I got a bus. I'll be more than happy to drive over to Full if we need to. And we know enough people, you know, we know Mike has seen your pictures and he is willing to escort you to and from every vehicle and door you need to walk through.
Hell yeah.
Do I need to go back and show you who this is again?
That's what soldiers do.
All right, here I'm gonna go back and show you who this young
You know,
lady
there
is.
is a couple.
This
of
is that
y'all
young
friends.
lady right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. Way out of my league.
What?
Way out of my league.
Well, she's way out of your league.
Yeah, who's that? Yeah, she's way out of my league. I mean, I'll do the security part for her, but
Okay.
I don't think there could be anything else. She's way out of my league. So there was another one of y'all.
Funny to hear Mike say she's out of my league.
There was another one of y'all's friends that I noticed, and she was single, and I was like, wow, maybe I'll get Scotty and Crystal to introduce me, and then I kind of looked at some of her pictures and I went, it's way out of my league.
Was it Zach and Drag?
No, Zach's pretty cool, man. Me and Zach talk sometimes about stuff. He's got a really,
I wasn't
got a pretty cool.
Sure
outlook
where we went there with that.
Well, you brought Zach up, so
No, okay.
maybe it's a
never mind.
little family.
All right, so we're out of here, everybody. It's just fun in the morning. Thanks for tuning in
tonight.
Again,
See, that was
don't
loud.
do anything that we would do. Yes, tonight your show.
The world according to Mike. God knows. I want to finish a couple of discussions we started today.
All right.
So we'll be talking about the Oregon shooting. We'll be talking
Oregon
about,
shooting. Pop, pop, pop,
yep.
pop, pop.
We're going to talk about personal hygiene in the field for women that are in the U.S. Army.
You know, I think every woman in the U.S. Army should not bathe when they're out because then nobody's going to want to touch them because they'll be smelling musty. Unless you have that one freaky dude that likes like armpits.
It's not about passion. It's about control.
I know that. I'm being sarcastic.
I want to bring up that problem, the sexual abuse problem. In the
Okay,
military.
so we're out of here. Thanks a lot. Bring that up tonight.
Drones.
Tomorrow is what?
Let's see.
Tomorrow's
tonight,
Thursday.
Let's see who won't be there tonight.
So, anyways, quit your complaining. We're out of here. Everybody have a great day.
Kim Hudson will not be appearing tonight.
So listen, the next song goes to Military Mike. Everybody pay attention to the name of the song, and it will define Mike 100%. Everybody, we'll see you on the flip side.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
Happy birthday, Guru, and thanks to all our great sponsors.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
Later, Utes.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.